Ben Cross, and I'm joined live here in Las Vegas with Faye Hawksworth from Spruce.
Excited to be here, guys.
Faye, this is
nervous.
epic right here. Look, I mean, this is fantastic. We are here at the Spruce Glomo Love and Relo Lounge right now. We've got a big party happening outside.
Drinks. We have drinks, cocktails, open bar, snacks.
Faye, how amazing is this?
I know it's pretty surreal. And we have a selfie walls.
This studio is
epic. You got to take pictures, post pictures.
We are at the world famous Blue Wire Studios right now in Vegas at the Wynn. Worldwide ERC GWS is happening right now.
Right now in
Fantastic.
Vegas. It's awesome.
Hit that like button right now. Hit that. Throw a little love out here to Vegas, to Faye and I. Get in the comments here. We're going to try to read your comments here live. It's going to be really hard, but we're going to try. We got 1 million people coming in. We've got, looks like 40 people coming in to see us, Faye.
Yeah, at least. And we have a ton of people out in the lounge right now that are waiting to just filter in. So it's going to be an exciting turn.
Absolutely epic. We've got Bristol Global Mobility coming. We've got Vinny Valverde, Jack Jampel, Tanya Maritini, Chris Chalk, Stephanie Owens. I mean, a veritable who's who of the global mobility industry, live giving reflections about the symposium halfway through. How are you?
Vegas as in general, yeah.
What do you think about Vegas as the backdrop to all this?
You know what? It's been awesome. It's been exciting, and there's been a lot of beverages involved. So
there's been a few copious,
some money lost. Lots of money lost.
Well, there's yet to be money. There's a lot more money that's going to be lost.
There's a lot more money to be lost.
Bold prediction tonight that the house will win. And yeah, no, this is epic. And shout out to Spruce again.
Thank you.
You guys really stepped up and did a huge thing here.
Thank you. You stepped up and did a huge thing, Ben.
This is
not that
epic.
I want to pat your back while you're patting mine.
I mean, we can pat each other. It's a hug, you know. We'll just pat each other's back. You know, it's great. No, this is great. And you know what? You even got your own cocktail.
We did. I'll have to bring one in. We have the Sprucer cocktail.
What is in a Sprucer?
I'm gonna act like I know, but it's tequila, orange liqueur, something that makes it green.
Well, don't give all the proprietary information away.
Yeah, but it's a Sprucer, and it's got, I think, some spruce in it also.
It's got some spruce. That's
yeah, it's got
deep.
some spruce in it.
Yeah,
but
no,
it's the spruce green, so it's exciting.
No, this is great. We got people coming in here. Hit that like button. Awesome. And you know, we have people in studio with us right now. We've been kind of remiss here in welcoming the rest of the folks in studio. We've got Joe Cardini here from Bristol. Hey, Joe.
How are you?
So good to have you on.
Good to have you.
Great to be here. Great to be here on the heels of just the other day with you on Love and Relo. Ben, I can't get enough of you, man.
I can't get enough of you, Joe, honestly.
No one can get enough of you guys. Come on. This event has been the talk of the town for the past month.
It really is. Well, everybody always says, you know, you have to have Joe Cardini. You have to have Joe Cardini. So I'm like, all right, I'll give the people what they want. And we got Nathan Brinker.
Hi, everybody. It's great to be here.
Nathan.
This has been an amazing studio, and you've made it, man.
Isn't it cool?
Yeah, it's very cool.
Do you know that 2 days ago, Floyd Mayweather was in here?
No.
Yeah.
Money.
Sitting in those chairs, guys.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did he leave anything?
Well, so
no.
we now know, do not put any limits on Ben Cross.
No.
You know, anything is possible.
You know, we need, you know, what this is going to do is going to spoil me. It's going to make me want to buy all this stuff. I don't know what this costs, but
Just don't touch anything.
just don't break nothing, guys, okay? Use your coasters, okay, gentlemen? This is great. And we got Sarah and Martin over here as well. How are y'all doing?
Good. Thanks for having us.
Good to be here.
Isn't this great?
Oh, yeah.
I want to give a special shout out too because it's Sarah's birthday today.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Sarah.
Thank you.
Happy birthday.
25, just like Bristol. Both celebrating.
That's right.
Yeah.
I love it.
How are you celebrating your birthday here in Vegas?
Well, the way you do in Vegas, right? With some drinks, just some. And, you know, maybe I'll lose some money later. Call it a night.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I hope it's Joe's money.
Yeah. We'll talk after this. Thank you.
Is there anything that's sticking out to you so far? I mean, this has been a pretty amazing conference, but Joe, impressions so far?
Yeah, you know, gosh, I lost count how many ERCs I've been to here in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, it's an interesting dynamic because you never really have a problem getting people to come to Vegas, right? But showing up for events and for sessions and stuff could be a little bit more of a challenge, I would say.
Getting here is okay. Getting out of bed, the hard part.
Exactly. But I will say, so I just flew in today, and I was in a meeting earlier, and the sort of the take from those who were in attendance seem to feel that this has been probably one of the more productive ERCs that they've attended, and these are folks who have, you know, like me, have been in the business for a while. So for whatever reason, could be just, you know, again, post-COVID perhaps, this ERC seems to be drawing quite well, and,
Yeah.
and people are getting a lot out of it. Which is
I'm hearing
what we want.
1,400 people.
Right.
I'm hearing 300 corporate folks.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
yeah.
right,
We're back.
I think we are back.
I've kind of noticed for this one specifically is that I think we're back. Everyone's happy to be back. People are enjoying being around each other.
And comfortable being back.
Yeah.
Because like last year, it's like we're back, but we're like half back, and like
I'm not seeing a lot of those stickers that say "Don't touch."
It's
Don't
like-
touch,
Or
don't shake my
green
hand.
for
Color-
the
color-
gay.
Nathan never sees the "Don't touch me" stickers, by the way. Just my personal experience, but yeah. No, it feels like we're comfortable being back and embracing quite a bit. And look at that. Look at the service. The service here too. I never had production. No, your butt's in the shot. No, nobody. You're not fooling anybody.
So you guys are on a session tomorrow, right?
Well,
or Vanessa
Vanessa
is,
is,
right? And I want to say Martin's on one too, or
Not this year.
Okay.
Not this year.
Yeah.
All
We'll,
right.
Yeah. We'll,
So what's
that'll be
Vanessa
the
doing?
head
What's
of
Vanessa
people.
doing tomorrow?
Vanessa's going to be talking about winning the talent war.
Wow.
Which I saw a comment on LinkedIn from somebody that said that you really never win the talent war, and that might be true, but there are obviously effective strategies that can be deployed, right, to better combat the issues that are out there in terms of attracting, retaining talent. And so Vanessa leads our people and culture at Bristol. She does an incredible job.
She's been with y'all for a while, right?
15 years.
Have him talk straight into the microphone. Bring it with him if he has to.
Yeah, talk. Get a little closer to the mic there. I want everybody to catch that. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So Vanessa's been with us for 15 years, and she's the heart and soul of our company. She is the leader of our people and culture.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think what we want most folks to know about Bristol is just that, our culture, and Vanessa does an incredible job of putting that on display, and putting the roots in as deep as you could get them, right? With
Yeah.
respect to culture. So
Yeah, and I actually want her. So tomorrow we're going to be broadcasting from here a little bit earlier tomorrow. I know it's late for a lot of people. Hit that like button, by the way, out there if you're watching right now. Lets people know, hey, there's some cool stuff going on. But I want to have her on tomorrow because we're doing our Get Talent podcast live here, sponsored by Spruce again. It's gonna be amazing.
Awesome.
Maybe not cocktails. Maybe just like
it's gonna be coffee because it's 3 to 4, 2:45.
Bloody Mary, maybe.
But yeah,
I mean,
mimosa.
that could have been, but we were like, man, we don't want to contribute at that time. You
yeah,
know?
it's
For the chaos.
BYOB.
But Vanessa will
bring
be
your
able to
own
give
flavor.
a nice update on all
Yeah,
this.
it's gonna be great having her on. It's gonna be really cool.
Yep.
And Martin, it's good to see
Yes,
you.
man. Good to see you as well. It's good
Yeah.
to be here.
And did you come from across the pond?
No, I drove up from Phoenix, actually.
Phoenix.
That's a 300-mile drive, and that's my over-under. And
So the pond was Lake Mead, and you're here. No, that's good. That's good.
Which is diminishing.
Which we learned today is diminishing.
It's a puddle now. Yeah.
Yeah, it was funny because it was funny. We're gonna crap on the win here for a second. The chief sustainability officer spoke this morning during the opening session. And he's like, we're committed to making sure that there will be water in Las Vegas for many years to come. And then by 10 o'clock, the water ran out at the session, and they're like, "Oh, we're working on getting water here." And it's like,
I was gonna say, the water did
it ran out.
We
Nobody
couldn't
could get
get
water. And I'm like,
Worst nightmare.
the solar panels didn't really help us much at that point. But no, this has been a lot of fun. And what are you guys most excited about going forward? So we're kind of halfway through.
Yeah.
It's like the first real day.
Right. Well, so we have our client prospect event tonight over at the Bellagio, which we're obviously very excited about.
Oh,
Looking
nice.
forward to.
And I know you guys have a hard stop for that
do.
because
Yes,
you
we
have
do.
you have your event going on.
We
which-
do. But then tomorrow night, though, is the gala. And
Yeah.
and very much looking forward to
Yep,
that.
Foundation Party with a
Foundation
Purpose.
Party,
Get your
yeah.
tickets
You
if
guys
you haven't
sponsored
gotten
that.
them already.
We did.
Spruce sponsored, obviously.
Yeah,
Lomo's
we're
a
a
big
diamond sponsor, big time.
Right.
And you guys, I don't know, you got to walk the red carpet with Ben, and he's going to
Yes.
interview you and all that fun stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
We have that to
Amazing.
look forward to.
Which will be like midnight Eastern or something. Don't
Right.
worry
Yeah,
about it. Just
exactly,
tune in,
exactly.
get your popcorn. No, but that's gonna be a lot of fun, actually. The foundation. And by the way, if you're watching this and you're at the conference, make sure to go back to the registration desk and actually ask for your tickets.
Yeah.
Because you were supposed to get them with your badge, you didn't get them with your badge. You got to ask for them, but make sure you go back and ask for them. There's a whole lot of people out there in the party outside that are wanting to
Shout
know.
out
That.
shout out to real quickly to Bob Portali. He was handing them out as I was checking in, so
Bobby
I
P.
do have mine. Yes.
Well, and
always
I also wanted to say thank you guys. I got invited to the hockey game that y'all sponsored.
this.
Yeah,
Nathan was
yeah,
kind
yeah.
enough to find it in his heart to give me a ticket. And
Look
we
at
don't
this
have
party.
hockey in Houston, so it was awesome. And how
We got
funny.
shots of the party going on out there in the
Right.
Spruce
Look
Lounge.
at that. Yes.
It was
Look
an
at
awesome
that. I see
event.
Vinny out there. Oh
A lot of people waiting to get in here.
Well, and I want to hear the exciting news, though. I know it was about food, but before you have to run.
So before we scoot, we talked about on Love and Relo the whole thing about New Haven pizza.
Yes.
Well, I happened to be in Connecticut last week for my mom's. My mom just turned 80 years old, so you met my
Love mom.
Yeah, and then for a wedding as well that was just north of New Haven. And so on our way back, we introduced my daughter and my son-in-law to, we couldn't get into Pepe's.
Yeah.
It was closed.
Where'd you go?
Sally's.
You went to Sally's. Sally's my favorite pie. Sally's my favorite.
It did not disappoint, Ben.
A little beats. A little beats.
Sally beats.
Beats.
It was incredible.
What kind of pie did you have at Sally's?
So we had the regular, just the cheese, regular cheese, and then also a white clam pie.
White clam pie. That's what I had, the white clam pie.
Unreal.
Oh,
unreal.
You know, I
In fact,
looked
it was
up.
so good. We ordered 2 small.
You gotta-
ones.
yeah.
You got to go back and get another one.
Yeah.
I looked up Pizza Bianco after listening
go.
to the show
Yes.
when you were on Love and Relo
Yes.
just a while ago, and I've already made a note that I'm coming to Phoenix. I'm gonna make reservations, and you guys will. Well, I know you're in Connecticut, so you probably get the good pizza, but I will be texting you guys to say, hey, who's going with me to Pizza Bianco? So
For the
be
Phoenix
ready.
Open, we'll have to make a special stuff.
Yes. Oh yeah. Well, and I was looking them up, and I was like, which location is the good location? Because there's a few.
Yeah, it's just downtown.
Okay.
Right
that's
next
the
to our
one.
office. Yep.
Got it.
Walking distance to our office.
Oh,
Yeah.
even better. And we're
Yeah, the
talking
Phoenix
pizza about that.
Open. I mean, I got a soft invite to that
You got
a few
one
months
last year,
ago.
didn't you?
And I just want to
You know who to
reconfirm.
talk
I just
to.
want to relock that in here on the air here.
I mean, it wouldn't
confirm
be
that?
like a studio like this, Ben, but can we do a Love and Relo from Phoenix Open?
Listen, if
Oh,
you
that would be
Crazy
just
with
give me
that.
some Wi-Fi,
That
I'm
would be
dangerous.
awesome.
I'm dangerous with a half decent signal. I'll be honest with you. That's all I need. That's really all I need. I know y'all have an epic client event going on at the Bellagio tonight. I ate at the Prime Steakhouse there last night.
That's where we're having it
Oh.
on the. We're on the
That's
balcony in front of the fountains tonight.
Let me tell you, that's where I ate last
awesome.
night. Absolutely epic. Get the potatoes gratin. Pass on the truffle. I'm just saying, pass on the truffle mash.
Good tip.
But the appetizers are like, mwah, it's amazing.
Awesome.
Fantastic. The burrata's in season.
Yes.
It'll be good.
We got to get some more folks in here.
Yeah.
though.
That's right.
We got to get some more people in here.
Hey, thank you so much for having us in here.
Thank
Good
you
luck
so
with the rest
much.
of the conference.
Thank
and,
you, Joe.
Thanks again
Thank
for
you,
doing a great
Nathan.
job.
Thank you, Martin.
Thanks,
Thank you,
Ben.
Sarah. Enjoy your birthday.
Thank you.
It's fantastic. Sir.
You're in for the U.S. Open.
Yeah, I'm in, brother. Hey, send me the email. As long as it's not my wife's birthday, I'm in. Hey, look at that. We got all the people outside. Look at that. I see Jana. I see Vinny. I see. Oh, is that Vinny's wife? Is that Laura in the house? Look at, we got Chris Chalk. Look at this. This is fantastic. Oh my goodness, we got people coming in. Faye, I'm gonna need that cocktail, by the way, Faye.
I'm going to get the sprucer.
Get the
for
sprucer.
Ben, and I'm going to help filter some people in. I'm going to grab my paper.
Hit that like
Oh,
button.
Jana's doing it because we
Hit-
need the seats. 1, 2, 3.
Hit that
4,
like button out there.
5.
Throw a little love out here. I see India. I see Olivia Bahrami. I see Sherelle Kilgore. If you hear that noise coming in right now, that is the party going on outside. It is rocking and rolling. The drinks are flowing. Jamie Massler in the house. Mary Beth Nitz in the house. Fantastic. Amy Yount in the house. Rob Zeitz in the house. Oh, this is fantastic. Look at this. We got Tanya coming in. Wow, we've got Stephanie coming in. Hey, Stephanie. How are you doing?
Good, how
It's
are
been a
you?
while. This is great.
Okay, I'm going to sit. Will you bring Ben a sprucer, though, while we're on?
Vinny, have a seat, buddy. Hey, look at that.
Hey,
Vinny,
guys.
Vinicius. Fantastic. Look at us.
Will you bring him the sprucer drink?
You know what?
Too much, you're gonna begin
Thank
to shout.
you.
Keep that.
Come kind of here and don't high five this guy.
Don't high five him?
Yeah, don't high five him.
I never do anyway, so
Perfect,
that's
thank you.
good. Very nicely done.
You're always live. You're gonna be live.
All right, because I. I'm not getting the video. Okay, yeah. Anyway, this is fantastic. Shit. You know what, Chris? You know, I can't take you, dude.
Jeez.
I like how there's a coaster. This is like the first set transition.
But I already love her. The look on her face.
The first set transition.
do that again.
He's already had 3 beverages.
Oh my gosh! Look at that. One napkin won't even cut
One way to
it.
break the ice.
The level of mess that Chris Chalk makes is it's a 4-towel mess. We need are those sham wows? We need like 8 sham wows for this.
They're probably used to this. They have like famous
my
people in here all the
gosh.
time. Stephanie, Vinny.
I'm really
Tanya,
just like
Chris,
holding
thank
time
you
till Jack
guys.
gets here.
Yeah, come
Stalling
on.
on purpose
Bring
for
it
him.
around. Bring it around.
No, that's exactly. No, we want
Are
you
you
to be
coming
on.
in or no?
Yeah.
Come on.
Come on down.
Okay, we got
Jana, come
Jana in
on,
the house.
Jana.
Thank you.
Say hi.
Oh my gosh, this is epic. Thank you, Jana.
It's the sprucer.
All right, first let's tell
spruce, is it
everybody.
good?
Sorry, I'm good.
Awesome.
Vinny, what does it taste like? Describe it for me.
Man, I don't know. It's what is it? Tequila, gin, the green magic juice. I don't
the
know.
spruce magic.
It just tastes good.
Spruce magic.
I will say I can't handle my tequila. For those of you that have hung with me
You
when
never
I've had
could.
some,
Oh, I remember.
yeah,
There's a story there.
it's not a good look. So I stick to my vodka these days. So I'm not enjoying a sprucer because nobody wants to see me with tequila.
This is great. Hey, if you're watching this right now, go ahead and put some comments or some questions in. We will be giving shout outs. We got people taking pictures. Is that Laura out
That's
there?
Laura.
Hey, Laura, look at that. Look at that. This is great. We got Rob Cormier outside as well. So let's go around the horn here. We got Vinny Valverde from UPS.
Yes.
Got Stephanie Owens, UPS as well.
It's the UPS
Fantastic.
table.
UPS
right
table.
here.
UPS
Great.
corner.
My good friend, Tanya Maratini, also participates in all the Move for Hunger stuff that we do
Yes.
too, as well. From Twilio.
Yeah, big thanks to you, Ben.
You're the
for your
best,
support.
Tanya.
Thank you.
Do you remember when we met? I'm sorry, Chris, we'll get to you. Do you remember when we met?
I was literally just talking
You were
to
telling
someone
it.
'cause
You
I
tell
think-
it. You
well,
tell it. I like
well,
when you
no,
tell
I
it.
think there were comparison stories like who's known Ben longer. And did you know Ben when he was in Detroit? And I was like, oh, I knew Ben when he was in Detroit.
I'll allow it.
I knew Ben back in the day.
I think it might have been before. I think I was in North Carolina when I met you.
Really?
I think this was like more than 7 years ago.
No,
Did
it
you used
was.
to live in North Carolina?
It was.
Yeah, you don't know? Yeah,
not know
I was
that.
like 4 years. I did 4 years.
No, it was. Well, and
Yeah.
I was sharing with someone. I said I met Ben when I was on the YP40 committee, and I am over 40 these days.
You know I was on YP40 with you. That's
Yes,
when
that's how we met. Yes,
and
also
now I
true.
too am crossed the bridge.
Yeah, we've crossed the
We
border.
got to
But
create the
no.
OG.
You
So
crossed the
I
bridge.
will share. So no, I don't remember exactly which event, but Ben sat down next to me. It was a lunch at a worldwide ERC
Yeah.
event, and he made me. I still have it probably somewhere. I moved a few times, but we were talking about a meeting that should have been an email, and he literally the little extra badge you have here. Ben made me a badge at the table that said I attended a meeting that should have been an email, and I wore it proudly the entire week at ERC.
Yes.
But yeah, we had a really nice chat.
Yes.
Over
We
lunch.
bonded. We had similar
We've been friends since
values
then.
around needless meetings. And yeah, it was great, Tanya. And
Yeah.
we connected and it was super awesome. And those are just kind of friendships you make here.
At this event, absolutely.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Chris Chalk gave my wife a glass of champagne in Puerto Rico. I mean, that's the kind of people you meet here.
Did you have your wife in Puerto Rico?
Yeah.
I did not meet her.
Honey, you were there, right? Yeah.
I don't think you were.
Did that? I was in Puerto Rico
You were in Puerto Rico?
in November a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
November of 19, I want to say.
I got
Yeah,
the
my
backpack.
shoes
I got
were-
the backpack here.
I still got the backpack. and I got the
was wearing
backpack
the
to
shirt
prove
yesterday.
it. It's great.
My shoes were off and I was on the dance floor cutting a rug. That's because I'd had too much tequila.
Oh my
But
god.
when you go from
'Cause I've
event to
never-
event to event, it's like you
No.
can't remember who was at one and the next. So
You and you were doing your
Thomas,
we're doing the Gross Up
Gross Up.
podcast back then.
you start the sentence, I'll finish it. We'll do the rest
Thank
of the
you.
show.
You know what? We're so in sync.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm trying to.
Yeah.
It's like I love
Say.
it. We're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, totally. So how's the conference been so far?
It's been great. So yesterday was a great day. 4 hours with our corporate friends. A lot of great topics. It's just good to be together and seeing everybody. Right? It's good to be in person again. And
Did y'all do your corporate roundtable benchmarking?
4 hours.
Top
Full
secret,
hours.
double top
Yesterday.
secret.
Did
all of
Bring
you
that
guys
mic
go
a
to
little
that?
tighter.
Yeah.
Yes.
for all
And we
four.
What
stayed-
goes on in
We
there?
stayed the whole time.
Yeah.
Somebody tell us.
Well,
Can we peel back
I
the
didn't go
curtain?
for a reason though, but I can share later.
Yes.
Ooh.
4 hours of a whole lot of nothing. I'm kidding.
Did you get
It's
the?
top secret.
no,
It's top
that-
Should
secret.
have been an email.
No, a long email. No, we talked a lot. It was really great. The setup this year was a little different than the previous years, where normally it's 2 hours. We wanted a little more, so we had networking at the beginning, and then mobility leaders kind of sat at tables.
Yeah.
And along, just talking about, sustainability, mobility, where mobility should sit in a company.
Where should mobility sit in the company?
At the top.
At the, yeah. C-suite.
But I'll tell you, I've seen differences in the conversations we were having yesterday versus even just a year ago at the level that we're having these conversations.
Yeah.
It's not reporting into leadership. We're having the conversations directly with leadership, and there's a reason for that. And I've seen that theme continued the immigration session today.
What is that attributable to? Why do you think that is, Chris?
Higher caliber of global mobility professionals.
Well, I think COVID made our world change a
COVID
lot.
did.
Like it became more stressful for people, and the leadership started looking at us for just all kinds of answers. And I think our world
absolutely.
changed a lot from COVID.
Did the problems became a little more critical, a little more pressing?
Yes.
Is that kind
Yeah, I just think there's a
Yes,
lot
for
more
sure.
value that we can bring. And I think in a lot of organizations, they didn't realize what we did or even what our function was. And I do feel like COVID put us at the forefront. And it was like, oh, like we have a team of people who actually knows how to solve this. And so for all of us, and yeah, we're all amazing. I agree in global business, but it like elevated our roles. It really did. It gave us this platform to showcase like all the skills and expertise that we have.
I feel like there's like all these like superheroes in companies, and they're like in there like Clark Kent, you know? And then
Yeah,
like it
it's their
hits the
Superman
fan one
moment.
day, and COVID breaks out. You're like, actually, I know how to solve
I
this
got this.
problem.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
To add to that,
Exactly.
it's not that it's not that we are perfect. We know everything. We have amazing partners in
Correct.
our industry
100%.
that we rely
Thank
on.
you.
That we can see
No,
where
it's
we go.
true.
We'll
Yeah,
take
which is
it.
very
Thank
true,
you.
though.
Yeah.
We
Shout
can.
out to the suppliers.
Yes, amen.
Yeah. Hallelujah. They saved us.
Yeah,
Hey,
Sure.
They did.
absolutely.
One of the things, though, that I'm grateful to ERC for, though, is to the corporate benchmarking session in general that we have that. So I was telling Deb last night, one of the ideas we were kicking around at the corporate benchmark a year ago, I put into my policy. We just went live with it last month.
Oh, cool.
And so there's elements of sustainability and DE&I, and that was as a direct result of conversations. You were sitting at
At
the
our
table to my
table,
left.
yes.
Yeah, we were talking about that stuff. I got the little green recycle logo in my policy now as a result of those conversations.
Credit to Deb, which is
Absolutely.
part
Gave it
of
to her
her
last night.
policy. Yeah.
Yep.
You know, that's so key too, to be able to tell those stories. Because a lot of times the ROI is not always hard cost quantifiable in dollars and cents and equations and things like
Absolutely.
that. I mean, let's face it, we struggle with that, right? But being able to tell those stories to the stakeholders in the organization, I think that's kind of how we get the approvals to be at places like this and to come together and to have that kind of benchmarking. We do have questions coming. If you have a question, put it in the comments. Also, hit that like button. Throw a heart out here.
I have a question. Are you enjoying your sprucer?
This is freaking fantastic.
Vinny is enjoying his sprucer. I just
I
want to make
know.
sure you
I don't know
two
what's in
were-
this magical elixir,
But I don't know.
Magic.
I love it. I mean, this
Sorry.
this right here.
Headed right out
I-
the door to get
custom.
one.
I was gonna say you don't. Well,
Yeah.
Had to
We
go-
won't
had to
go
beer
there.
off the tip. The
You
microphone
spilled
is-
their beer.
You don't
so
get to
you're
have a
done.
drink
You're
anymore.
cut off.
Microphone is-
I-
you got away
as you
of
probably
the-
know, I don't often drink, but when I drink a spruce.
I drink a sprucer. I love it.
Yeah, zero credibility in that
What
statement.
are some of the questions?
We got a question here. Thank you, Vinny, for keeping me on track. You want to sit here for the rest of the show? All right, here we go. Mena Elsafori says, this question is for the folks. Well, that's good to know. What will be our next challenge in global mobility for 2023? You guys were just spiking the football. Like, yeah, we solved all the problems. Like, what's the next arch villain to pop out for the Avengers?
The perception of a recession. Whether it's
Perception of a
true or
recession.
not true.
Get that in the mic because I want to make sure the people in the back
Yeah,
hear you.
the perception of a recession, whether or not it's actually true or not, companies are starting to react to it, and that's going to impact the industry.
Wow, I think that's huge. What do y'all think about what Chris says? Is he crazy?
I
or-
completely agree. And I would say I think there's also a lot of uncertainty with what's happening with the Russia-Ukraine conflict. And that's from a business perspective, like we have some expansion plans or other things. And I just, as you think about, I think everyone feels this way. We are so interconnected globally that anything that happens anywhere has just such a huge impact. So I 100% agree with that. But I also think there's these other, I don't know, there's so much going on in the world right now, and it factors into everything that we do. I mean, even sponsoring certain nationalities on visas and, all the refugees that have come into other countries in Europe, like it has just really changed our landscape.
Wow, you just named two. I mean, because some people are even talking about, Ukraine in terms of nuclear, right? So we have global recession and nuclear annihilation. Anybody else have anything else that they want to throw in the mix there?
Well, household goods. I mean, the fuel prices,
Fuel, energy.
driver shortage.
Housing market,
I mean,
interest
not only
rates, like, I don't know
domestic.
where you
I
want
was
to go.
curious on the housing market. Obviously, I don't know that it's hit you guys just yet, but with the decline in home sale prices and the increase that we had just seen, are you guys already getting ready to write loss on sale into your policies? Are you guys approaching that subject yet?
difference between loss on sale and loss on equity. We're not going down that road.
Okay.
So yeah, there's a difference. So
You're not there.
I'm not giving out gas cards to the relocating employees either. So gas prices are up, but
Sorry.
yeah.
You overpaid for your home. Sorry.
It's your fault. It's not Chris Chalk's fault, everybody. Okay, you got a
What
little.
about you? What do you think?
I was gonna say, we are remote first as a company, and so we aren't requiring folks to relocate if they don't have to. And I think that's different, right? If you work for certain industries, manufacturing, I was talking to someone pharma, like you have to be in certain locations. I think this is a real consideration that you have to figure out. But again, we're like, okay, don't move. Like you don't have to move now, and if
Don't
you want to
move.
be closer to an office. I
Yeah.
know, and that's like, oh, but we're still busy. We still move people.
Can we edit that? Don't move. Can we edit
No.
that statement?
let me add a quote.
that's not
Don't move now.
Don't move
Yes.
Now, right? Like you don't
Move
have
soon.
to move right
All the
now.
lenders are coming in next.
And
so
how,
you can tell.
how high are interest rates really? I mean, these are not bad interest
not
rates
bad.
today.
This
We're
is
just
true.
used to something lower, kind of like when gas was 70 cents a gallon. Like it's,
My first house back in 2007, I bought when the market crashed back then. That was dumb, but my interest rate was like 6.75
same.
or
Yeah.
something, and that was a really good rate back
Exactly.
then.
Same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's all relative.
it's all relative, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of it is around perception and consumer sentiment and all that kind of stuff, like we were talking about before. And so, which is also interesting because I think that we sometimes don't give ourselves enough credit on being able to shape the mindset of our stakeholders as well, and being able to bring the right types of information forward and kind of put that silver lining on things. We do have questions coming in though.
Bring them. Yeah.
Shocking. Please put your questions in there and I will read them at some point. India says, and welcome India. She says, question for the panel. How can technology partners support the industry moving forward? Big, broad question. How can technology partners support the industry moving forward?
automation.
Automation of what? Like your job or mine?
Everybody's job. Automation of workflow, because
Of
it's
the
not going to eliminate
process.
jobs. It's going to elevate your job.
Not of the job.
I like my job being elevated.
Not
Tell
of
me
the
about
job,
this.
of the process.
Okay.
Like,
what process? Give me an
I
idea.
love, one thing that I know the industry's been talking for so long is get rid of that bingo sheet.
Yeah, the
for-
bingo
for-
sheet's whack. Yeah,
Come
100%.
on.
Let's move on.
Automate that.
Yeah.
That will make it will not eliminate jobs.
It'll just make them unload the truck faster.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, which is what we don't want to be doing bingo sheet.
But I think it all depends on the culture of the company too. Automation technology is great, but if an employee really needs that hand holding during the process of the relocation, technology is really not going to help a whole lot. You
but
got to
Vinny,
need that person.
Here's
there.
where I see the place for it though is the technology eliminates all the stuff down here.
Yes.
So that when you've got the employee that you need to spend time with, now your team can solve those complex problems and the
Yep.
complex and the emotions. So eliminate this stuff so you've got more time, because we're not getting any more resources. We're not getting any more headcount. So we got to solve it in some way.
But then you got to make sure that the data that's input in there is correct. And that is
Where's the bad
huge.
data coming from, though? Is it just laziness? Is
Everywhere.
From us, from the from
From, I mean, it can be from the relocation consultants, from the RMC being, taking too many, the caseload is too high.
But
Yeah.
never from the
Then-
employee. It
No,
never comes
it's
from the
always
Yeah, can we?
Transfer
Okay,
as
let's
well.
bash the
Transfer
transfer.
is always
There are
right.
0 transferees watching this program. Nobody will ever hear this. Okay, let's bash. For once, can the transferee be wrong? For once.
every time.
Oh, they're always wrong.
Yeah.
Even when they're wrong, they're right.
I was gonna say the client is always right. Yeah.
Yes.
One of my favorite moments is when I get to have that conversation with a manager or with the associate when I'm supporting the service provider and they're like, they did such a bad job. They screwed up. Why don't you fire them? Well, wait a second. And you dig down into it, and it's
Yeah.
the associate every time with the employee.
I want to ask you, Stephanie, same question though about technology. Where do you see it maybe fitting in and maybe offering some improvement, innovation? I mean, is there something that you think is ripe for disruption? I mean, what are your thoughts?
Well, so I'm a little geek, right? And so I like data. So the way I see it is APIs, right? So we're talking about data not being correct. One way the technology I think can help us is having that data going from, for example, UPS directly to the vendor, So we don't have to have a person input it into a separate system, right?
Yes.
So that's something we're looking at.
Absolutely.
And we're talking about data, right? Visibility to our leadership, right? Once you get the right data, how do we get trends? How do we know how we've been doing, but also where mobility is going for UPS next year in 5 years? And so data is going to tell us that.
I like the APIs.
Yes.
Okay, so the APIs into. Hey,
Hey, we got free hugs.
Free
We got free hugs.
Dyson.
That's amazing.
I love that.
I got it
Who is-
twice already.
We got free hugs.
Why?
Scott,
What?
the Relo hero of Prime. Oh, look at
Prime
that.
Lending Relo
Scott
Hero.
Chapman.
Yeah.
Free
He
He
hugs
just wanted to
guy.
get a shout out. There you go.
Yeah, you got it.
Can
yeah.
we get that? Yeah, we got that crazy guy over there.
And I have to say,
Get that
because
security be
I
better.
love hearing you guys talk about technology and API. Spruce is a prop tech technology title company. So I'm going to be hitting y'all up later. We're going to be talking.
Talking tech.
API is talking tech, talking our language.
So let me ask you though, Stephanie. Like, let's. I want to double click into this just for a second. Let's nerd out together, okay?
Okay.
All right. Like we're having drinks here. We got 2.5 hours. So come on. All right, we can solve some problems in 2.5 hours. That's like a dang benchmark.
They're like, we have events to go to.
Yeah. They're like triple RSVP. All right. But no. So if the API goes from say your HRS system, right?
Yep.
And it goes into where like the RMC's
Yep.
system, and then okay, that's cool for you.
Yep.
Which is great. But now you have like 15 other service lines supporting, and we're still going to be on spreadsheets and emails. And how do we get to the point where, because we're so fragmented? I know you're looking at me like I'm dumb, but
Yeah.
but Tanya, fix your face.
I'm not.
No, but it's
No, I'm
like
not.
Fix your face, Tanya.
no, but
I was in deep thought, okay?
no, I know you think we're dumb,
I'm
but like
not.
you know me movers support, you know me
I know.
temp housing support, you know me
yeah.
DSPs support, you know me
Well,
countries.
so here-
It'll still work. Go.
Yeah, no, and you
know, I
made me
know what
think
you're
the
gonna
same
say.
thing.
It'll still work.
I was
So you
thinking,
can't
I
automate
don't know
that?
that you know, but the whole time I'm thinking APIs, I think there's an opportunity for some standardization.
Yeah.
And I also think,
Absolutely.
like, I know all of us corporates think we need something different, but if you came to us and you said, like, hey, like, here's the data we're going to provide to you, and you all said that, you agreed, right? And I get there's a bunch of different suppliers, but if you said, here's the data we're going to provide, great. I think as corporates, we'd be like, fantastic, we're getting our data. So I just think there's an opportunity also within each of the segments, right? Each of the supply chains to figure out what that is. And then you drive that standardization to us as part of the API. And I think will be great because otherwise it came up in like a sustainability conversation earlier. If we're all asking, all of the corporates are asking the suppliers to do something different, like
Yeah.
that's not sustainable either, right? So I think
Yeah.
APIs, I think standardization is the opportunity, but don't let us tell you, you tell us what the data is that we should have.
Well, but it kind of goes from the top down because y'all and I say the top because that's where mobility sits, right?
Yes.
But
Right.
but also because that's where like you're the customer, right? So you're like, hey, I need this, and then the RMC's like, okay, no problem, I'll give it to you, and they turn around to the supply chain, which is like, whoosh, like that, and like y'all need to do this, and we get some memo. Y'all need to do this, and you know the memo.
Yeah.
And then
We get the
and then we
memos.
forward it to
GPC
IT, and
reports.
IT's like, what are they crazy? And then they put it on like the docket for like Q2 of 2024.
So can I just
Hooked
say
in.
though, yeah,
Yep.
go ahead. But to Vinny's point, like we're partners, and like if you're a good partner, you're gonna come back to me and you're gonna say, Tanya, you all crazy.
You crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, and this is what we should do. And I am a reasonable person, and I
are.
might say, well, and most of us are, right? Not just me.
50-50.
Depending
Okay.
on the day.
Yeah. So, and I don't know. I'll turn to
not.
Vinny. He might be saying the same thing,
He's
but
like, not me.
but I am looking for like a strategic thought partner who's going to challenge me, and I don't want you just to like jump and you say how high,
Challenge
right?
accepted.
Listen,
Yeah,
you know
want-
I ain't jumping, so
No,
you
but,
say all
but you know what I mean. I want somebody to
No, I
come
know what you
back and
mean.
say like this doesn't make sense. We can't do this. We could do this, and I'll be like, okay, fantastic.
Well, it's
what
gotta
I
be a
was-
dialogue, right?
And that's what I was going to ask you guys. So if you get that directive from the RMC or from whoever,
Mm-hmm.
right? Why can't you just give us a call, give the corporate a call and be like, let's talk about
You
it.
and I have talked about this.
We
before.
So
talk
Faye,
a
what
lot
is it,
about
Faye?
it.
Talk
You
about
know,
it, Faye.
it's not that we as suppliers can't, but I'll speak for myself. I don't want to speak for all suppliers. We respect the relationship that the RMCs have directly with you guys, and that we have with the RMCs. So there are a lot of RMCs that will say, to me, speaking from my side, yes,
The
call the
contractors
corporate,
with us,
talk to
stop
Vinny,
going to the
let him
corporate.
know
Yep.
what's going on. But then there are a lot of RMCs that are like, no. And
Yep.
so we respect that relationship. A lot of suppliers may not. or may have a different relationship, but we go off what the RMC's directive
Yeah,
is.
and then
if we
you
can.
send
They
us
just
a
started.
text.
They just started letting us talk to the transferees. Okay, so we got a long way to go before we get to the top, to
No,
mobility.
so then,
Well, I'm texting Vinny ASAP,
Yeah.
just FYI. I'm like,
so
hey.
Faye, then you text us, and we tell the RMC that, hey, we are gonna talk to X, Y, and Z, and that's it.
And I was gonna
Cut
say,
out
like,
the middleman.
some of the bids that I've done lately, like, I just say, like, I know a lot of people in the industry, and I want to be able to talk to the supply chain directly. And if that's not going to work for you, like, this is not going to work for us, right? So I
Yeah.
think there's an opportunity to set the expectation, like, I want to be involved and engaged, and I want to be part of the conversation, and I don't want you to get upset with someone that's like 3 or 4 removed from you as an RMC. I will loop you in, like, there's nothing secretive, but you know, it's the telephone game. Like, stuff gets lost in translation, and I want to
It's
talk to you,
faster, right?
Yeah. So
And I
I just,
think-
it's like
yeah.
expectation setting at the highest level, like whatever RMC I'm working with. And I guess I just share that, like, for everybody, like, this has to be okay.
Right.
Yeah, and
Right.
I think going back to the the mortgage rates, the
Mm-hmm.
Ukraine, and everything, my thought on what 2023 is going to be is more on the relationship with all of the partners to meet and exceed all the goals and fix those things internally. I think that's what the majority of the work is going to come.
Well, it's a massive opportunity, and I do think that y'all are exceptional in that you have all these relationships because you come to Worldwide ERC and you come to the associations
out.
and you network for however many years with TBD. Well, I don't know. But yeah, so you're exceptional, and I sat around a table full of first-time attendees last night because I got to do the first-time
Yeah,
attendee session.
yeah. We're
Awesome.
facilitators.
We were facilitating. Hey.
Way to go.
Due diligence, I like it. Doing our
what was the
job.
biggest thing that came out of that one?
Well, there was a lot of corporate. First of all, there's 250 people registered for it, right? So and it sold out, and then there was more people that snuck in that weren't even registered for it
Good for them.
because they were on my team, and registered for the conference, not for the event. But what they were like, what, I need to know what everything is and how it all fits together. That was one thing. Like, I don't even know what I'm looking at. That was kind of one thing. I don't even know what I'm looking at. I see this, I see that. I don't know.
All right, we got people. Yeah, we can funnel. I'm gonna
You
get
can't
up.
kick the
That's
corporates
fair.
out. That's rule number 1 at ERC.
No, I'm sure
This is the top right here. We can't get any
I'm
higher.
gonna get up to
Is
funnel.
that, is,
to
that,
funnel.
is that why John is coming for refills?
John is no.
I
doubt it.
I actually.
Cue them up. You got the next.
Yeah, it's
I'm
okay.
gonna give hugs too because I'm gonna funnel.
All right. Yeah, bring them in. Bring them in. But anyway, so that and also I think they didn't know the opportunity they had in this association.
Yeah.
Because they don't even know what they're about. Like, they just lucked into like the most amazing
Coming to be on there.
industry and job they could possibly
Yes.
have. And so I was just trying to make it known to them, like, hey, y'all have a real opportunity here. Hey, you can hear the sound out there. It's really getting crazy out
so
there.
spruce
We're gonna
is-
bring people in. We got mortgage all over the
Yeah.
place in here.
And Ben, it's great to see that the first time attendees was so that event was so well received.
Oh,
So
yeah.
many people registered.
Lot
and
of new
attend-
blood
That
in the
is
industry.
amazing for our industry.
Very healthy. Very healthy. Very healthy. Speaking of healthy, we've got Brian Smith coming on here. Come on in. Come on in. Hey, we're gonna see
I
y'all
was gonna
later.
say, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Ben, thank you very much.
Ben, this was
Really
amazing.
enjoyed
Isn't
it.
this great?
Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for being
Love the
here.
studio. Yeah.
And stop by tomorrow because we're doing the Get Talent on talent acquisition. So that'll be tomorrow.
I'm looking
We're
forward to
gonna
that.
keep this party going for another
Take care, guys.
dang near 2 hours. It's like the Jerry Lewis telethon in here. My goodness gracious. We've got coming to the main stage here. We've got Brian Smith from U.S. Bank, Ryan Clevenger from U.S. Bank, Lindsay Altman from Chase, Erica Burton from Chase, and Tess Cheney possibly coming here.
Where are we supposed to be, Ben?
Hey, get in where you fit in, y'all.
Where did Ben go?
Erica, get over here. You know I'm gonna high five you or something soon.
We got to do it. Let's do it.
Look at this. Mena saying I'm feeling jealous. Mena, where are you right now? Hey, if you're watching this on LinkedIn right now, hit that like button right now. Get in the comments here. Let us know. Did you steal her seat? You stole her seat. I see you. Tess Cheney.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's fine, Swank.
Tess, come on in.
It's fine. She was just looking
No,
hurt.
there's a seat right there for you.
How you doing?
Hey.
Christina.
All right, we got rules in here, okay? There's a couple
Tess,
rules, all
Here,
right?
Christina, come here.
No cussing except a little
We can
bit.
share.
Number
Tess,
two,
for you got a
keep
special
this
set of
one
rules.
fist away from
Your
your face.
microphone arm right about here.
Hey,
otherwise
Clevenger.
you're in the camera.
Clevenger.
And don't high five that guy. Otherwise you're in the camera.
Hey,
your
Ryan.
mic is
We can
up.
kind of
Yes.
share.
Yes, Ben.
Keep that mic one beard length away, okay?
One beer left.
All right? Yes, Shauna. Can I help you? Oh. All right, this is great. We're still live here. This is a lot of fun. Hit that like button.
Gonna make it
Mena,
hot.
you're in Egypt. I have you slated at 5:30. Mena, what's going on here? We got Scott Chapman saying that was me in the buffalo costume that passed by. This is awesome. We have some of my favorite people are in this room.
Yeah.
A real powerhouse. I think we're just like one Jamie Dimon short of a panel.
I think you're right.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know who your CEO is.
Fair enough.
Is it Joe Biden? I don't even know. Who's your CEO?
It's not Joe
I don't
Biden.
even know. Are you guys an arm of the military? All right. No, but this is great. We got some great people here represented. Again, we got Erica Burton from Chase. We got Brian Smith from U.S. Bank. We've got
15 minutes late.
Lindsay Oldman. Listen, I didn't even show up to your party last night. I'm doing good today, okay?
Yeah,
Lindsay
kind of left a
Oldman
bad taste in my
at
mouth, just so you
Chase.
know, Ben.
That wasn't me.
Sure.
Ryan Clevenger over there, U.S. Bank, and Tess Cheney. Tess, I'm sorry, U.S. Bank?
Martha Turner, Sotheby's International
Martha
Realty.
Turner,
I
I'm
gotta,
not even
just-
close.
I
Close.
must be on my A game because I got invited to this
Wow.
beautiful
Wow.
girl.
And
Say
we
it one
like
more
you.
time. Martha Turner, Sotheby's,
Sotheby's International Realty.
Realty. That's
not a real
Yeah.
Have y'all
panel.
thought of
Tess
shortening
shows
that?
up.
Have you ever
For
thought of
short,
shortening that?
MTSIR. Don't
Oh,
worry
that
about
makes
that.
sense. Misters? Is it
Astros.
Misters?
Go
Is that-
Astros. Thank
And
you.
the best chip clips around.
Yes.
Well,
Thank you.
and
Ben.
you know Lindsay, the snack queen of
Yeah, she got it
ERC.
all.
Well,
Yeah.
You know
Just
she's
because
a-
I have 3 boxes of spruce gummy bears in my purse doesn't mean anything, does it?
You sure those are spruce gummy bears?
Well, they have little
what it
prize
says on
bags
it.
out. They have little prize bags. I'm gonna mess this up.
This is great. This is great.
I'm just surprised there's only 3.
This is fantastic. So
For
this
now.
is awesome. How are y'all enjoying Vegas?
I'm
Vegas,
enjoying
Loving it.
Yes.
Vegas, baby.
It's been a while. What I'm enjoying most is seeing people who I don't normally see in the regional group. So I've met only at ERC
Yes.
and coming back years after years. Like I met you in Boston or I met you in DC. So for me, I'm enjoying seeing those folks.
It's good to see you getting out of your shell, Erica.
I know I'm so shy. Like I feel like this is my year to like come out and meet people
Well,
and
I
not
don't
be
know.
shy.
Weren't you like president of CRC or something?
Yes, and now executive chair. So I'm enrolling
Executive
off.
chair.
I'm rolling off this year, so I'm looking for opportunities to
To get at the
Hey, we're-
national level. man.
national level.
We're recruiting in Houston, and we're looking for some board positions. So
I think
You're
that would
welcome
There
to
you
join
go,
us.
Erica. Come on
HRP.
down.
HRP.
Come on
Excuse me, that's my
down.
territory though, so I don't know.
you said no. You said
Oh
no.
yeah, that's Lindsay's area. And I think Lindsay, I am gonna pose a challenge
This is wild.
Here we go.
Okay.
right
On
here.
the mic.
If it's a
Live
popularity
on
test
Love
in
Reload.
Houston, I've already won that for best
Okay,
dress.
well since you have, then I think it is time for you to put your hat in the
You want- I
bid
know.
for
I want it for the
HRP board member.
Woo!
Lindsay.
Lindsay!
Faye's
I
gonna be
second
thrilled.
that nomination.
mail. Done.
Third done.
Second
is
that.
joining us.
We
Stamp
second
that.
the motion.
Tess
All right.
is joining us.
It's official.
This is
Official.
fantastic.
I
We're
blame
getting
Ben
stuff
Cross
done on
for
Love
all
and
this.
Relo.
I'm working on the NTRP board right now. I am
Nice.
currently occupied on that.
You
and,
can't have Tess and.
Is he trying to recruit for
I'm seeking a
NTRP too?
second term on the NTRP board.
Hey, so I'm
Okay.
Job TBD.
sure you'll get that.
Yeah.
Hey, will someone throw up in the comments, right? You want to
Somebody throw
apply?
up.
Yeah, somebody
Somebody
support my
throw up
buddy.
into-
Somebody throw up in here.
We're only in Vegas.
Please.
All right, it's cool.
Chris Chalk knocked over a IPA earlier.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's that kind
Did
of
you
party.
ask him to leave?
Just get him
Yeah, I
another
did.
one.
Like 15 minutes later, though, so it wasn't weird. Yeah.
Give him another
yeah.
one.
Yeah, so he didn't feel bad about it. There
Ben,
was.
so wait a minute. Hold on a second. So you've been doing a lot of questions with a lot of people so far.
I like where this is going.
Dude, I've known you for years, and I know you are in heaven right now. So give us a little bit of what this is for you, being here in this phenomenal studio
Yeah.
under the lights
feel official.
with this panel.
I mean, first of all, thanks for everybody showing up for me. No, this is like the Super Bowl,
Right.
This is like
Yeah.
Right?
this is like Love and Relo was like a crappy team for a long time, and then we finally got our act together. They had some luck in the draft, some things broke our way, and then all of a sudden we find ourselves in the big game. This is
When you
this
go
is-
0-16 for years in a row,
years,
you finally.
years, and then you draft Peyton Manning, and you're like,
There you
sweet,
go.
let's
There you
go.
go.
Does that mean the Texans have a chance?
No,
Not a chance.
absolutely unrelated.
No, this is pretty cool because I remember when it started. First of all, I remember meeting you, and then I remember when Love and Reload started, and like you're the man.
2020. No, you're
The
awesome.
voice.
I honestly, I wouldn't. I mean, this sounds really, really cheesy to say, but I'm gonna say because I had half a drink. I wouldn't have a show if it wasn't for y'all. If it wasn't for people supporting, coming on and just doing something crazy with me.
Yeah.
Because this is kind of crazy. Let's be honest.
Like wearing your Love and Relo hat out. So
Like wearing it till 3 in the morning at Marquee.
She was rapping.
hey, like midnight.
Yeah.
No, John, it was 3.
Midnight on the East Coast.
Yeah.
She didn't change her watch. Yeah, till midnight on the East Coast. So no, but if it weren't for people like y'all coming on and being on, and then if it weren't for people watching it, everybody out there watching the show all the time, and I mean we're in our almost concluding our 3rd year. We've got over 400 some episodes of this done.
Awesome.
And I think not only have we had a bunch of fun, but I think we've made a difference. You know, we've elevated some conversations.
Raised a lot of money.
I mean, I almost said the F word. Raised a lot of money.
You said 1 or 2 was
That's
okay.
how the show got started. Matter of fact.
Okay.
Funny story.
Ben, I have a question?
Yes, ma'am. You in the back.
You have a room full of mortgage lenders and
I still can't get a mortgage, but no. Anyway, keep it going.
And the best real estate professional in the world.
I've called all your bosses.
yeah,
And I can't
you
get a
have
mortgage.
a room full of lenders and the best real estate professional
In the
South-
world.
In the world.
South-
In the world.
Sotheby's.
You did
Sotheby's.
good.
Wow.
You did good.
Nailed
In the
it.
world.
Nailed it.
Don't you want to have like a mortgage question for anybody? Or?
Yeah, can I get a mortgage?
Yes.
Yes.
No, because I'm self-employed. Can't get a mortgage.
say
We'll
yeah.
move you to
What's up with that?
Houston.
Who told
Can
you that?
No, here comes the beef. I got beef with y'all. Here
Who
comes
told
the
you
heat.
that?
bring it.
Heat.
Let's do it.
Heat. 41 minutes in. Heat. Hey, Chris Roberts, appreciate you. Put the questions in the comments. Hit that like button.
Smash that like button.
But don't
Mash
throw
that.
up.
Mash
Do
it.
not throw up into the comments.
Don't throw up.
more.
Don't throw up, y'all. Put the throw up emoji in there. That's one of my favorites. Such an underutilized emoji, by the way, especially for a conference. Anyway, yeah, no, I got beef with y'all, all y'all, every single. Not you. You're cool.
Thank you.
But
See?
everybody
That's
else
why
in
they
here.
keep me in the
She'd
panel.
sell me the house if y'all would finance it. Okay. No, when I quit my job, I started my company, and I moved to Dallas. And I couldn't get a mortgage.
Why is that our problem?
Because
you didn't have a job, brother.
I had a job. I'm the CEO. I'm the CEO.
He
Company
running
for
things.
3
Can
days.
I get no respect in here? I'm the
3
Did
days
you
old.
have 2 years of pay stubs to present?
Yeah, I got
job
30
for
years
3
of pay
days.
stubs. What's up with it? Let's go.
I mean,
Wow,
I
I
was
was
probably
mad.
could have got you a rate for like
And then I had to
18%.
rent a house for like $3,500 a month.
Well,
got
how
it.
about we all
I
get
do
together?
got it, but I'm
after
saying
this?
I'd rather give it to you.
Well, I
Next
mean,
week, let's all get together over Zoom and let's talk about it.
Let's talk.
And if you need to lay
Why are
on
you
the-
de-escalating me right now? No, I'm not your transferee. You can't
let this run
de-escalate
hot.
me. You're not getting a
And then
file
if you
fee
need
on
to
me.
lay on the couch while we have this discussion over Zoom, we're
definitely need a
happy to do
couch.
that. We need to do a follow-up.
here's what I know. No one ever called me looking for a mortgage.
Fair.
Fair enough.
I think you were transitioning at the time, actually.
Well, I still answer.
All right,
that.
here's a mortgage. Here's what's up? She's like, you helped me. What'd you say?
You didn't
Hey,
introduce
anything you want to
Christina.
say?
Don't make
with your,
make false
Ben,
claims.
you just introduced
he
Christina.
called us the Super Bowl. group.
Christina
Swank
Swank.
and Bank.
From U.S. Bank.
Christina Swank.
Swank from the bank.
Swank from the bank.
Swank and Bank.
Are they going to rename U.S. Bank to Swank Bank?
We already did.
Yeah.
Waiting board approval.
Swank and Bank. Yeah, that
Yeah.
came from Erica at
Board, we need board approval.
I had
he
to
says.
follow up with her at a conference, and I was like, and now I'm going against Swank and Bank, and now it's been stuck.
It's like Dunkin' Donuts.
So.
Yes, I do.
Faye,
All right, I do.
breaking news. Lindsay just signed up for the HRP board.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Hit that applause button right now. Let's go.
Actually,
Let's go.
Yes.
2023
And we
president
did it
right
live.
here.
Wow.
You can do a playback.
You're
You
talking
can
Madam
do a
President.
A playback.
I'm gonna be president next year, and you heard it here first. Tess.
Lindsay.
Erica Burton, actually.
Well, Erica doesn't even cover Texas. And she's doing it.
We're
I
aware.
have some really good friends in the industry that are just like coming through.
Looking for a vice president.
And we put it
I
out
do
there.
need
We
to
put Lindsay live on Love and Relo, and she couldn't say
force
no.
her.
Totally
Yeah.
love Relo blasted me.
Yes.
How does it feel that U.S. Bank is going to have some competition?
I don't
on the
even
board?
go to
Love and reload blast.
With Chase.
Not even worried about it a little bit.
Fantastic.
I'm welcome them to the board.
All right, I do have a mortgage question. I got a mortgage question for real because people say, "Oh, it's too much love, not enough reload." Shut up. All right, the mortgage question is this, John Zilka. The mortgage question is this: are rates going to continue to go up, or is this as bad as it gets? Be gentle.
Man, it's a loaded question.
So if I knew the answer, I don't know about anybody else. I wouldn't be sitting on Love and Reload. I'd be on my own island somewhere.
You'd be on Squawk
so I'm
Box.
gonna pass it over to Brian Smith.
What was the question? I'm
Our,
sorry.
our mortgage rate's going to continue to go up.
Okay.
That's a fair answer, but I believe all indications are showing rates are going to continue to rise for at least the short term.
How long could I lock my rate in right now if I actually had pay stubs?
As long as you wanted. You just have
As
to pay
long
for
as
it.
you just
No,
gotta
no,
pay.
no, no,
There's a
no. If
cost
I'm
to
like
it all.
shopping for a house,
There's a
did you
cost to it.
did you understand the question?
I had fully
Well, you don't
understood.
lock.
answered it
You can't lock
correctly.
your rate. You can't lock your rate until you find the property.
So I don't get like a 60-day or anything like that to go look
Not
at.
until you find it. You
So
have to
I'll
go into
give
a
you the real
contract
estate
on, you
perspective.
need a physical address.
You guys.
That,
Well, here's what where we're gonna come in. We're gonna say, okay,
Please.
Ben, like
Please. I
how
need solutions,
long?
please.
How long are you thinking about living in this house?
Forever.
Okay, forever, right? So traditionally, you may think forever means 30 years, but what does forever mean,
Forever,
Brian,
ever.
Erica?
Forever, ever, ever.
What is that? 10 years, maybe
5 to 7.
Probably 5 to 7.
rethinking,
Probably 5.
you know,
5 to 7.
rethinking our time frame, and then let's structure your mortgage portfolio around that so that we get you that house. Somebody said today, and I'm going to name quote them when I remember who that was. Somebody said, "Love the house like your mortgage. Love the house like the mortgage, and redo it when you find it
Yes.
something, you know, at an appropriate time. This is not a forever commitment. Your
Marry the
mortgage.
house, date the
We
mortgage.
love them, love them, but a mortgage is not a forever commitment. But a house is.
Yes.
So get the house.
She didn't
Come
answer
on.
your rate lock question, though.
She totally skirted that, but
I'm
I
a
felt good
realtor,
about
y'all.
it.
Get the house.
Yeah.
Get the house.
Get the house. Get the house. And then send your mortgage out.
But
All
then
right,
I'll
but-
take
but-
a stab at answering the question about interest rates as well.
Yes.
So as the Fed continues to raise interest rates, there's always a correlation between that
You just get closer.
and the more they raise them, the more mortgage rates will go up, and eventually, when they take the foot off the pedal, rates should decline.
But she did.
How
Are you
long?
kicking us out?
Look at we got Kayla coming in here. We got Kayla from Twitter coming in the house.
All right.
Here, I'll give you my
Kayla
seat,
from
Kayla.
Twitter, everybody.
No,
Let
she
Kayla
can't.
get in here. Kayla, get in here. Kayla from Twitter.
Y'all aren't done yet.
Listen, you totally blow up my show, and now you say, "Oh, I'm just kidding." No,
Oh,
come on,
hi,
Kayla.
Kayla. First time attendee.
Yeah, I'm,
Ben this morning.
you met me this morning.
Faze
Tell
put
the
me
story.
on.
We're all telling her how I met Ben's story. Just go ahead.
How I met Ben. Well, I've seen this famous man. I've seen this famous man on LinkedIn a bunch and listened to the podcast. So I saw him from afar, and I was like, I gotta introduce myself.
You sound important.
I just went up and. said
Oh, I love
Stream
it.
on Twitter?
I will be next week at the IAM conference. I will be periscoping. Perhaps it
hi. Yeah,
is.
Periscope.
Sounds about right.
That's
When
a
you
thing.
when you stream on Twitter, it's
Oh, I thought that was a submarine thing. Periscoping?
yeah. This guy's got a lot of toys. He's
What's
got a
Twitter?
submarine. No, yeah, I will be. I'll be streaming from the IEM conference in Atlanta next week.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll be
What are
there.
those dates?
Those are the 2nd through the 5th of November.
Sounds like a great place to go.
And by the way, if you want to, and you're in the relocation, quick plug, if you're in the relocation industry and you've never checked out the IAM conference, which will have 1,700 people from 110 countries, you can actually register through Mark, through the Metro Atlanta Relocation Council for like $100.
Great
It's like a
people down there.
$1,500 conference.
Yeah.
And you can register through Mark for like $100.
Wow.
I know.
That's pretty nice.
I'll be in Arkansas.
I was inviting like the royal. It was like the royal invite, not like you. I know I made eye contact at the end, but that's on me. That's my fault. But it wasn't. Anyway, if you out there would like to go to the IAM conference, go check out on Mark. You can register, and then we'll be on Twitter.
The handsome fellow there has a question.
I've got a question online. We're gonna honor
yeah.
the online
Right
people.
on,
It's like when people put a order at Starbucks and they make it first, and then you walk
Even
up
though
and you
you've
wait
been there for 40
forever,
minutes.
and there's 8 million drinks sweating over there, and you're like,
Exactly.
"Hello." You know what I'm talking about.
I do.
Please hold.
Holding.
India says, and India, where are you from? I don't want to be presumptuous. India says, do you think Gen Z will ever be able to afford their own home? Will the bank of mom and dad be using the equity in their homes to bolster the homes of their children? Will affordability be something of the past? Are young people going to ever own a home?
Yeah.
As-
Yeah.
Yeah,
as-
without doubt.
Yeah.
No,
Are you?
think it
What
depends on who
generation
you
do you
ask.
identify as?
I don't know.
Are you a millennial?
I'm
or are you
26.
a Z? Yours is,
So I think
you're a
I'm on the
millennial.
border.
You're end of millennial.
End of
Yeah,
millennial, start of Gen.
All right, we're gonna get
X.
personal, Kayla. Do you own a home?
No,
You don't ever think you will?
I mean I'm gonna try my hardest, but I feel like every.
But you're in Denver.
It's a
So what's holding you
high-cost
back?
area.
It's a high cost.
High cost.
Lindsay's got
It could be
something.
worse
High cost
though,
of living.
but it's not. Yeah.
But, you know, the affordability programs out there that
Yeah.
it's a myth people can afford homes.
Absolutely.
Lindsay says there's an affordability program out there, and it's a myth. People can't afford homes.
You can.
Well,
And
absolutely
there
can.
is closing cost programs out there that can help with down payment. There is
As long as you're not self-employed, you can own a home in this country.
So Ben, you said something earlier. You pay what, $3,500 a month to rent your house right now?
I probably pay like 33.
Okay, so I mean
Lindsay's
that's,
in
that's about
India's
a $500,000 loan right now.
And
So
then
you
if
think
you,
about that.
And that's but that's you know what $500,000 gets you in Dallas nowadays, man.
but if
It's like
you
Denver.
think
It's like
about
Denver
it,
expensive out here.
Columbus,
Yeah,
Ohio,
you
you're
have
still
all
getting
the
the mansion.
Californians moving to Texas.
Yeah, just
Driving
boosting
up the
the
price.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll come down. It'll settle.
well, hold
settle.
on.
Let's do it, Tess.
Not all of California has moved to Texas, but a lot of California has moved to Texas. But at the same time, you have to come up with a plan, right? You have to have a goal, come up with a plan, just like we all do. At the same time, we're talking about the mortgage rates rising. Well, what did that do to the housing inventory? The inventory rose as well. Our inventory has been at the bare minimum of what it takes. I mean, houses were flying off the market, and buyers were having to make decisions quickly, way more quickly than they probably should have. Waive inspections, waive appraisals, you know, all of that safety net of what buying a home is about kind of was taken out. So at the same time, but now we're seeing more inventory. So you've got more choices. You have less competition because the people who are out of the market, who got out of the market, who are tired of competing, you just have to think about where you are in the market. People are still having life changes. Everyone has a life change. To say that you'll never own a home, I hope you do, and I will partner with you on that plan.
I would love that.
It sounds like down payment
and
assistance
you
to
can move
me.
to
That's how I
Texas
read
because
that.
everybody's moving to Texas, and that's where we are. But inventory is going to rise. We've seen this before. This is not the end all be all. Again, like it now, love. You know, get your priorities straight about what you love, what you need. Housing is a need, right? But at the same time, you just have to have a plan.
No, it's true. I'm trying so hard to make a plan, but I'm in the phase of life. Everyone's getting married. I have bachelorette parties.
I know it's hard to save money when you go to these bachelorette
I'm
parties.
like, they're 4 days now, you guys.
They're 4 days.
4-day
Oh, yeah.
events in a third location. But no, you're right. I just have to
In
make
a
a
third
plan.
location. No, those are real. You said 26. I know what you mean. My wife's sisters are going through that phase of life too. And you know, when I was 26, I was making like $35,000 a year, which I know it's 1920, but no, like no, it wasn't that long. I mean, I'm gonna be 40 next month, so I'm talking about what, like 14 years ago, 13 years ago. I was making nothing. So now's a point in life too, also from like an earning potential sidebar here, where it's like right now, amass as much knowledge as possible, and you'll figure out how to monetize that in your 30s, and then work on your earning. And then I look at it. My plan is my equity is for my 40s.
Yes.
So I'm gonna be like maximizing my knowledge, experience, and social capital in my 20s. I'm gonna be working on my earning potential in my 30s, and then I'm going to be working on my equity in my 40s. So I started a company, so that's my equity right now because I can't get a mortgage.
But we're going to get you on the plan, Ben.
What's this plan entail? What is this? What is this plan?
Plan? Okay, it's like a drawing board, right? So you pick out a picture of a house you like.
I've got that.
I know you've got kids, right? So you
do.
have priorities. So I'm sure you've got your bucket list of things.
Do the kids have to be in the plan?
That's your plan.
That's
okay,
debatable.
so this is
My
your
plan.
plan,
It's
not
my
my
plan.
plan.
You heard that?
Good answer.
I'm gonna tell my kids, well, you may not be in my plan.
You know,
Tess said it was okay.
You know, watch your mouth.
That's why you just stick with dogs.
Dogs.
I have a dog.
Yeah.
That's it.
There you go. And that, you know, everybody's got to figure out their plans, their drawing board, and then you just have to work towards it. So I know that big picture is it seems overwhelming, right? And I feel like that's how everyone feels. I'm overwhelmed. It was competitive. The inventory was low. Things were flying off like we just said. But at the same time, and interest rates are now going up. That's a challenge. But it can still happen because somebody is going to be moving out of the house that you want to be moving into for whatever reason.
All right, so now I'm going to ask you, because we had no inventory coming out of the pandemic, and now we have inventory, kind of, sort of. But also
low inventory still, but
also
more.
people are probably not wanting to list their house because the prices aren't moving in the direction that they were moving. But here's my question, though. Are prices going to come down in these desirable locations, like a Denver, like a Dallas? Are we going to see prices coming down? And if so, is it going to be like a 0% increase and we consider that coming down because they're not skyrocketing? or is it going to be like substantive, like 10, 20+%?
In my opinion, it's going to be different every part of the country. You're going to have peaks and
That's
valleys.
such a crap answer.
You're going to have peaks and valleys in Dallas. You got,
You
major,
stole it from
you
me,
got
Brian.
major corporations moving
Well,
to Dallas
I know
right now.
everything's different. I'm talking.
It's-
Let's talk about me. She ain't
Okay.
buying a house. Let's talk
So
about me.
Dallas
Okay?
is probably not. Dallas is probably still going to be a challenging market to buy in. I'm in St. Louis. It's already peaked. It's already starting to come down.
St. Louis peaked like 50 years
St.
ago.
Louis
Well,
is the most affordable
Thank you,
city
Tess.
to own in.
Thank you.
Houston's number 2. Dallas is still, Dallas went up at a rapid rate, right? So you have to look at how high it went up. Will it fall that quickly? It's not known. You have to look at the inventory. You have to look at the demand. Dallas is a big hub for corporate relocation, right? Which is
Yes.
probably why you're there, or have clients that you have
I'm there because
there.
of my mom. She doesn't reload. But yeah.
Okay, well,
Love it.
there's we started
man.
your drawing board. Mom is on the board. Okay,
There you go.
and that's why we're there.
But yeah, that's a challenging market, Ben. I mean, it's good for homeowners there. It's going to take longer to peak, and maybe it doesn't even start to come down.
I think it just like stays flat.
Yeah, well, that's
And
a
then
good
houses
problem to
don't
have.
move, but they don't come down.
Well, you have to put yourself in both sides. In real estate, we say sellers are looking 6 months back. They really shouldn't look 6 months back. They should really look 3 months back to look at the pricing trends. And buyers are looking 6 months forward. So they're trying to each keep getting in the driver's seat and saying, hey, inventory's low. I can price high. You're going to pay this. You're going to waive this. You're going to get out of this. And then when something starts to go up, something starts to go down, you just kind of flip, you flip the seats and say, okay, the buyers now have more time to think about it. They have more options of homes because the inventory is coming up. So you just have to roll the market, see what it is, and just keep your eyes. You got to have a good realtor.
Yeah.
So
And a
Ben,
home- and
I
Ben-
think we've got our first introduction to get you set up with Sotheby's
And-
to
I'm
get
in your
this
pipeline now.
storyboard going.
And Ben,
in a pipeline.
buying a home is
Yes.
an investment too. You can't buy a home and try to price it. This is where your kids live. This is where they're going to grow up. It's
I feel like I'm getting all your best sales pitches right now. all at once.
It's
Give it
always a
2
good
more
time
minutes.
to buy a house.
Give 2 more minutes. Like I got one for you. No, but I like what you said though. The buyers are looking 6 months forward, and sellers are looking 6 months backward. And with rapid change, I imagine there's not a lot of alignment there when that happens.
Well, you have to come to a meeting of the minds, and that's the only way to close the transaction, right?
Is that your job?
Yes, it is.
Listen, you crazy and you crazy. Here's the reality, right?
Meet in the middle.
Here's
Meet
where
in the
we're
middle.
Yeah, this is great. This is a lot of fun here. We got one question here, though, coming in. If you got questions, hit that like button. Put your questions in the comments. Like struggling, trying to breathe, swallow, and talk. At the same time.
Boy, you want
It's
a
a
piece of
lot.
gum?
It's a lot, y'all. It's a lot. It's a lot.
This
All
panel's
right.
getting it
You're
hot.
doing That's some year 4 stuff right there. I don't even know. All right, we got one question. We got one question coming up here. We got
they're
people
getting
coming in the
rowdy out
studio.
And by
I
the
think
way,
the
the
drinks
party's
are
getting
flowing.
lit at Spruce Glow-Mo, okay?
Yo, shout out to Spruce for
You're not
sponsoring
here?
the
Yes,
cocktails.
no, we're supposed
I
to
got
be.
one question for this group right here, and then we're
All
going to turn
right,
it over.
bring it.
Oh my
Hit us.
gosh, we got a killer lineup coming on outside. We got people outside.
So we're not a killer lineup?
Josh, yeah, no, y'all are killer too. But you ain't dead yet. Here we go. All right, Chris Roberts from COO of Pivot says, I'm seeing estimates of 60 to 70% of relos are now renters. Wondering if, 1, this is a result of generational shifts affecting relocation, and 2, how do you see this impacting mortgage and home? Kayla, I'm going to ask you to address the first question. Is this a result of generational shifts? He left the F out. Shifts affecting relocation.
Spelling error.
And you know what's the best part is he corrected reels to relos, but he did not correct shift. So is this a generational shift? Is it permanent? What are your thoughts on this whole renter situation, Kayla?
Yeah, it's funny coming into my late 20s and seeing what some friends are doing in different spaces. I think there's a lot of anxiety around finally settling down in one singular place.
It's a big commitment.
It is a big commitment, and I think folks my age want to follow the job opportunity. They want to follow, and that might mean.
Well, that's good for relocation.
Well, of course, it's excellent for relocation, but I think that it's a lack of commitment from.
So we have a commitment phobic generation out there.
Commitment phobic.
You know what? I'll be honest
For
though.
sure. I mean, I
Goes to
love.
that same
Take me
thing.
for example. I love Denver, and I don't want to leave. But
Are you Denver, like OG Denver?
No,
like,
no. I'm suburbs of Chicago.
Chi-town in the
Yes,
house.
yes. But I, as much as I love Denver, sometimes I think, maybe
Is the
it's
grass
not the
greener,
final
right.
space. And so even though, as much as I would say, that's where I'm going to be the next 10 years, the other, in my ear, I'm not quite sure.
Well, the flip side
So-
though too is, are people actually willing to relocate for a job? hello, that's like an existential question of our whole industry right now. And we got Chris Lagerman, the president of WHR Global over here.
Can't wait to
He
answer
can't.
that.
He's on deck. He can't wait.
Chomping at the bits.
He can't wait. I want to hear what he has to say about that. I also share with you though that commitment phobia. I'm married, not to my wife, but I mean the house.
We're
thing,
talking
right?
about your house.
The
Okay.
house thing. Okay.
Yep.
Because I got my first house when I was like 35 or 6 years old, and I
Love
moved.
that house, by the way.
The house was so
So sweet.
I thought it was like meh, and then I moved to Texas, and I was like, this house is freaking amazing. Brian knows. We got in the golf cart. We
Oh,
just
yeah.
go crazy. It
Spent
was
some
amazing.
nights there.
Yeah. Oh, gosh. Multiple nights?
Not in a row.
Oh. Hold on. Where's my wife at? Hold on a second. Honey?
Commitment.
Brian's
phobia.
gonna say it's been all right. No, but I think that my question here before Brian comes, Brian, why you got to get me
sorry.
off on a
That's what I
tangent,
do.
man? Oh, I bought my first house when I was 35, 36 years old. And it was because I was always chasing the opportunity. We lived in New York, Texas, Florida, Texas, North Carolina, Michigan, back in Texas. And we were always following opportunity. But I wonder if people are still willing to make those changes. And I'm going to save that question for the next group here. But I'm going to ask the mortgage folks here. Number two, how do you see this impacting mortgages, home ownership? What are your thoughts? What are you seeing in the marketplace around people's willingness to buy homes? I know what Kayla's sentiment's saying, but you kind of see a broader representation maybe of generations in the market.
So I think every generation, first of all, goes through what she just said.
I agree.
We're young.
Impetuous,
maybe
long hair, don't
not
care.
married. I'm assuming, are you married
Yeah.
yet?
No.
Okay, so there's,
Very
settling,
personal
we're
question,
settling down. Every generation goes through that, though. But I think homeownership is strong right now. I mean, when you look at our country that had 10 to 15 years of slow housing starts as we came out of the pandemic, we've got a housing problem. There's not enough houses to live in. And now you've got that.
But are they owning them or renting them?
They would love to own them.
Well,
Would
but let's,
love
Would
Brian,
they?
what do you
Kayla's
think?
like, I don't know.
Well,
Not at these prices.
if I could have
Rent is
5
more
houses, sure, I'd love to own it.
But
One
you
in
look
each
at most
location, I'm
markets,
debating.
though. Most markets
can
before,
still buy and sell.
Before rates went up, most markets was more expensive to rent a home than it was to buy a home. And most people
That's
didn't
how
realize
Houston,
Yeah.
if you when you look at the numbers, but at the same time, but I'm a realtor, right? We're in sales. Somebody's gonna get married. Somebody's gonna get divorced. Somebody's
Why are you
gonna
looking at
move
me for that? I don't
cities.
understand.
Somebody's.
Saw that? You didn't
I
see
don't know
that?
where I was looking.
So weird.
I'm
Like,
looking at- y'all talked about
He's
sharing
getting married,
nights.
I'm getting divorced.
Anyways, I'm kidding.
Yeah, exactly.
There will be. It's the right time for you, and you really just have to make it work, whatever the situation is. And fortunately or unfortunately, we all are going to just keep going on, or and have our journeys. And when you find that right time, when you're saying, okay, I'm ready to commit, right? Because that's got to be the first thing. That's where the realtors come in going, are you ready to commit?
Are you ready now?
Are you ready now? Are you ready
Here,
now?
sign
I'm
the
here
contract.
when you're ready. But at the same time, yeah, it's a very personal thing. This is a very personal thing. We're talking a lot about numbers, statistics, trends, things like that. But home ownership is a very personal thing. It's a roof over your head for you and your family, and whatever the right thing is for you, you just have to work towards it.
You know what? That's a great way to end this segment
to
here.
this next
We are
slide,
going to
folks.
keep the party going here. Thank you so much, everybody here. It's so amazing. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. So good to see y'all here. Thank you so much. I'm getting hugs. What's up, y'all? Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Bring it in, y'all. Come on, find a seat. Get situated. Let's go. This is great. We got Meredith Morris coming in here. Hurry up. Shake a leg, y'all. Come on. We live, bro. No, it doesn't matter where. Just get in where you fit in. You hear that crowd out there, y'all? You hear that? Look at everybody. Look at everybody. Look at everybody out there. Hey, what's going on, ERC? How are y'all doing over there? Oh my goodness. Come on in. Look at this. This is something here. All right, everybody, keep that microphone about 1 fist length away from your face. Talking to you, Meredith. Like a lot closer.
Good.
Hey, Mary Beth. All right.
All right.
Very cool. We got
Thank you,
Mike
brother.
Falia in here.
How are you,
Mike,
bro?
always good to see you, Mike.
Good to be seen. Good to see you too, sir.
Oh my gosh, this is great. You got to talk into Mike.
Oh, I said where'd Brett go?
This is a great
I
setup.
don't know where Brett went. Isn't it something?
That's
Yeah.
great.
You're like the Jeffersons, man.
Because I moved on up.
Hey, I'm telling you.
It's kind of a relocation entendre, by the way. You notice that?
Nice.
A little
Nice.
intro move.
I was gonna say you're more like the Howard Stern of.
Oh, the bad boy.
You know what? I'll take it.
I love it.
I'll take it. I
Hey,
don't love it, but I'll take it. Yeah, what's
I
up,
met a
Magda?
friend of yours today, so I have a question
I love
for you,
that
but I'm
color
not
on you,
gonna
by the
ask
way.
that
It's
right now.
amazing.
We'll wait
I feel
a
like we're
little
matchy, kind of, sort of.
bit. Ooh,
Oh, y'all are. Miss
green was the color of the day.
And you kind of with the spruce thing. Shout out to Spruce, by the way. How's that lounge out there? I haven't even been out there yet.
It's
the
happening.
lounge is amazing.
Been working for a
It's
living
happening.
over here.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
It's nice, right?
Yeah.
Did you guys try the Sprucer? Anybody? I know it looks crazy. It tastes
it has
good.
tequila in it. So
Oh, you're one of those.
what's a love or hate relationship? Let's be honest.
You loved it till
Let's
it
double-
hated you
let's-
one evening.
Yeah, let's
and,
double click into that. Yeah. She's like, no comment. I love it.
Been there.
The lips are sealed. Mike, you see you over here, man. You got your own little camera.
Oh my goodness.
You look so famous.
I'm telling you.
Y'all are
They'll let
amazing.
anybody do this, I swear.
They really will. It's just sign the, pay the fee.
So
sign the
everybody else
paper.
said no?
I actually didn't sign a waiver, so I'm not
Do you
sure
know
if this is
Floyd
even legal.
Mayweather was in here 2 days ago doing a
Really?
show, doing a podcast?
Are you
Yeah.
No
serious?
kidding.
Yeah, the money team.
Awesome.
Yeah.
On your show, of course.
No, absolutely not. No.
Great.
No. This is great. We got people commenting here. Put your questions in the comments here. Hit that like button. It's only 8:45 on the East Coast. Explains a lot. We were talking a little bit. I know y'all came in and kind of heard a little bit about that last conversation we were having. What are your thoughts on the whole existential questions facing? I mean, we're gonna start off with hard hitting questions.
Wow, existential. That just took us
Existential.
to a whole other place.
You're lucky you weren't here for the
Totally.
nuclear annihilation conversation we just had. I mean,
I might
you
have walked
actually
out.
you actually
Hey,
dodged a bullet. No
if
pun.
we start to talk about zombies, then we're just
Zombie
in a whole other
apocalypse.
place.
No. Well, I mean, are people still moving? What do you see, Chris? Let's start with you. Chris Lagerman, WHR Global President, El Presidente.
Thank you. Yes, people are still moving, and I think we are
Thank
seeing
God.
much more voluntary moves.
Oh,
So people
what does that
raising-
mean? Voluntary moves.
So that means people are raising their hands, right? They're raising their hands saying, move me. I want a different experience. I want to go overseas. I want to do X. I want to do Y. And now they may not get the full benefit package, but they are getting something. And that's where we're seeing a lot of the growth. Some of the executive movement might be down, but we're still seeing moves.
So we had Kayla from Twitter here just a minute ago, and she said she's not buying a house because she wants, well, A, the affordability, but B, she wants to kind of keep her options open, see what's up. She's from Chicago originally, lives in Denver, works for Twitter, based out of San Fran, I think. SF, I think I'm supposed to call it. I think, right? I'm not supposed to say San Fran. It's
Yeah, right.
bad.
SF?
Yeah.
Only
SF.
only locals called.
That code.
Yeah. And so, but she's kind of keeping her options open because, career and wants to follow the opportunity. And she says that's kind of indicative of her generation.
Right.
But my question is, will people even move for a job these days? Because I'm in recruitment, and when I'm pitching jobs to people want to stay in place. They don't want to move for a job. I see a lot of nods here. What's going on here?
I have a different perspective.
I would like you to say that
Okay.
into the microphone, please.
So, in my new role,
Yeah.
we target a lot of healthcare organizations, and they're moving people all over the place.
Sure.
Physicians, providers, nurses.
How are they enticing them to move? Is it just a big old extra salary? Is it a big old a signing bonus? You got to get closer to the mic.
The traditional is a signing bonus. That's
Yeah.
the traditional.
Is that what relocation is going to come to in the healthcare industry? Though?
No. Because now they're like, well, we've been giving them a sign-on bonus, we've been giving a lump sum, but the employee experience is
crap.
Is shift without the F.
I see what you did there. See that?
So I just think that's going to change. But I just think it's a different population. It's different people that are needing to move.
I think it's different verticals.
Yeah.
So let's just be real. So, I mean, sorry, I'll get closer. I think it's different verticals because every industry has a purpose and a meaning for those employees within that organization. Healthcare is one where it's been traditional that they're going to move between different hospitals for opportunities and depending on the pay and the level of care, right? But when if you're talking oil and gas or drilling or manufacturing or even sometimes in the engineering space, I still feel like that movement's going to take place, but it's going to be purposeful. It's going to be meaningful and purposeful. And when everyone says that there's strategy behind the organization, it's because now there has to be strategy behind the organization.
Okay, I'm going to challenge here. Purposeful as opposed to what? Like, how was it before? Like, willy-nilly?
I don't think it was willy-nilly before in any respect in that specific manner.
I feel like every organization, if they found great talent and they had available benefits there to them within a written policy, then everybody was equitably receiving those benefits. And that's a good thing because they're bringing on good, strong people, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think relocation is going to go away. It's just not.
No.
Do I
No,
think the numbers
not at
will
all.
shift or what's offered will shift? Yes, I do. But I don't think it's ever going to disappear. And I think that there's still going to be quite a few different verticals where that movement has to take place, especially when you're talking project work, construction work. You've got to have boots
Sure.
on the ground. Manufacturing.
100%. Yeah.
You've got to have them there.
So I was just talking about this with the board of ERC and other members of RMCs, and we're talking about the strategic
Peeling
direction.
back the curtain here. You're telling us what's happening inside
That's
the
right.
CEO
Inside
conversation.
Right? I know that was
Come on,
powerful.
Chris.
Like
So that's an
talking with
invite.
this.
That's an invite-only
Exactly.
session right there.
We're talking about the strategic direction of the trade association, right? Like, what can they do to help all of us?
Yeah.
And my message was, it's
Free
got to be
cocktails.
about the messaging has to be about the importance of in-person work
Yes.
and
Yes.
what that's going to mean for organizations and talent retention, the productivity of the organization. And we need to make sure that we're, as an industry, controlling that message, right? There's a huge importance there of in-person work. 80% of the CEOs that were surveyed want in-person work. 80% of the line level people want to stay remote.
Yes.
All right,
So
I got a
there's
theory
this
about
clash,
this. I got a
right?
theory about this. And
Okay,
Mary
go
Beth,
ahead.
look at Mary Beth laughing over here.
I'm laughing
You
because
have-
someone is dancing outside.
You have to be.
Oh, are they really?
It's okay. We're all,
You have
he's
to
done.
distract
We're done.
me.
We're done.
I missed it.
Well,
Oh.
we're over here. Okay, can we just
I'm
be
like in
100%
deep
honest right
conversation.
now?
Yeah.
Can we be 100% honest right now and just be super candid right now? We're all on board with like, oh yeah, in person, because you know what? It feels amazing. Here we are, right? In
Very
person.
Right.
true. Very
And
true.
we feel the magic of it. We can't always quantify it ROI wise, but
Yeah.
we feel the magic of it when we're together.
It energizes you.
100%. And collaboration, and inspiration, all the stuff, right?
Yeah.
Engagement, all the stuff. But most of us work remotely.
Yeah.
3 out of the 5 people in this room work remotely. You
Yeah.
go in the office, I know. You
Yeah.
got the big cushy corner. I know, I
That's
see
it. Yeah.
You go in the office, I see you there.
Fully remote.
Fully remote. You're remote. I'm remote.
Fully remote.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
she's remote. He's remote. All right. Yeah, Chris is not.
I want to expand on something
Yeah,
he said.
we're
but
gonna
you said-
talk. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the one hand, this is what I don't understand about Relo. This is the funny thing. Relo don't relo. And even though we believe,
the people that are in relocation are the worst at it.
yeah,
That's-
we don't relo our own.
We don't
people.
reload our own people.
Yes,
Our own
very
people,
true.
No.
right?
And if we
so-
do, we don't do it very well.
Yeah, and so we're over here extolling the virtues of relocation, and yet we're not really offering relocation. I mean, I recruit for relocation companies, and they're like, yeah, they can work from home. Now, I mean, let's be honest, right? So
That's
I was
so
like, well,
true.
I don't know, I don't want to spend 50 grand and bring them here. You know, what if it don't work out? You know, we'll put
Yeah.
probation. We'll see you next year. Let's see what happens. You know, and so, but yeah, well, you got to be in person. You know, you got now. So we're of two minds here. It's really funny like that. We're of two minds. And the other thing I'm going to say about this is, and I'm a CEO, so I can say this. I'm looking at the rest of you, all right? We want everybody to be in person. You said 80%. We want people to be in person.
Yes.
You bet.
Because who are we if we don't have a team around us?
Yeah.
Because then we're just at home when nobody respects us.
We're only as strong as our
So
team.
we have to come in and have a team, or else we're not the CEO.
Yeah.
So how much of it is we can't do our job if people aren't around us? They may do their job okay, but we struggle doing our job, because our job is to bring clarity to the organization, strategic vision, hold people accountable, you know, push our ideas down, support the people, hear what they need, provide.
Yep.
You know, how do we do that without them? But they might be fine not in the office.
Okay, so I'm
Run
going
with
to
that,
challenge you on that
please.
one,
Oh,
Ben.
I'm going to challenge you too.
I love it. I can't wait. This is what I'm talking about.
I can't wait to hear what you have to say, Chris.
Yeah.
But what I have to say is that, you know, if you hire the right people as a CEO, you're the visionary of the organization, in my opinion. You have a higher level, like, vision that you're encompassing within the organization. And as long as if you hire good people that are strong, that are producing, I don't know that it matters where they work. As long as they're giving you what you need to push your organization where you want it to go. That's why you set up goals. That's why you have revenue numbers. So I'm going to challenge you on that. I know it's great to have people.
You
I
were
know a lot of
literally telling me how
companies-
many people need to be in person like 5 minutes ago.
No,
Can we run that
I'm
back?
just
She
saying-
named off 8 million
Rewind.
industries and job functions.
Throw
that
the
need to be in
challenge
person.
flag.
I'm just saying, like, as the CEO, though, you have to let your people underneath you make those specific decisions and what's best to run their element within the business. That's all I'm saying.
Well,
And I love being
worker,
challenged.
so
This
I'm
is
100 on that. So, and I've been doing it for 10 years. So
You made a comment about productivity.
Yeah.
I
To
want
me,
to hear
that's the
Chris's
core-
comment.
That's the core of it.
No, you don't want a bunch of gig workers that don't have any emotional attachment to the
They don't have an
organization that they're
investment.
working for. How do you get an emotional attachment to the organization you're working for? It's through the connections you have with people that is cultivated.
100%.
But do those have to be in person?
collaboration.
I feel like it's most effective in person.
That's why you
Without
have
Hugs,
Zoom.
handshakes.
Hugs are yes.
Hugs,
huge.
handshakes,
That's
one-on-one
huge.
conversations.
That's
Me
huge.
and you sitting across from each other, talking about our hopes, dreams, and fears, goal planning, whatever. I mean, I feel like there's a lot of trust that's built like that.
Yep.
How do you digitize that?
I don't think you can.
You can do part of it,
No.
but you still have to like come together.
You do.
Ben, right now you've got remote
Okay.
workers that are working 2 different jobs because they can do that remote. They're not.
I built a business
I
on
mean,
that, Chris. You know that,
listen.
right?
But your point
built
about
a
coming
business.
together. Your point is about coming together.
Yeah.
Well, how often do you have to do that?
So my team does it quarterly.
Okay, so that's my point. Is does it have to be on a daily, weekly? You have to come in 3 days a week,
We
or,
do it
or
quarterly.
can you do it scheduled and you have something planned and you get together at that time?
We do it quarterly, and it's not enough. I'll tell you
Okay.
that, because by the end of the quarter, because what happens? You fill the cup, and then it like drains over the next 3 months, and then you fill it back up. Oh my God, I love you guys. Oh my God, so great.
Yeah.
And then it drains out. And it almost needs to be like every month and a half.
Mike, I want to hear what you guys say.
Yeah, I think that's
Who's
why
hosting
you
this
see-
show? Anarchy, complete utter anarchy.
That's all.
He's technically, we're
I'm
all
sorry, yeah,
interviewing
Mike, no.
him. He's the
So,
star.
no, I'm just chilling, listening to
He's
you
got
guys.
the comfy
But
chair.
I think it's one of the things that makes this convention, this conference, so important to people, because you're seeing so many companies that are remote, and then for the first time I'm talking to people. Oh, I'm seeing my team for the first time in 3 years. It's like, and now there's all this energy built up around it. You can see it in the hallways. You can see it when people go in the restaurant, the bars. This industry is it's a very tight knit group. It's a big business, very small fraternity, as my dad used to say. Okay, and people are so tight here, and I think that's what creates so much energy. That when people leave, you talk about filling up the cup. I think the cup runneth over after you leave something like
There
that.
is something about the energy you get being in person.
Jillian, come sit over here. Jillian Guzda. She's the newest member of, well, no, Adam's the newest member. Adam over here. Can we shot of Adam with the camera? Adam, wave. You're on camera. Hey, he's up top. There he is.
All right.
Adam's our new video production manager, Adam Stell. Yeah, first day was yesterday. Crushing it, by the way. Day 2, crushing it. Look at him. Jillian, new to our company, and I think this is really interesting because this is the first time we've met.
Yes.
I mean, not today, but like,
Yeah.
yesterday. Get the mic a little. There we go. Yeah, there we go.
We're good.
We're good. She's like, we're good. No, she knows. She's good.
Hey, Faye.
So we're talking a little bit about how often we need to come together. This is the first time you've been in person with us and our team.
Yeah.
What has been your experience, and what are your thoughts on in-person versus remote? Very curious.
It's tough because I like remote and all of the benefits from it,
Yep.
and having a
Like
good
flexibility and freedom and all
having
that
a good
jazz.
work-life balance. But you're right in the sense that there is nothing that compares to being in person with your team members, feeling that energy between one another, and just having that same environment that you guys can build in.
During the pandemic, my team refused to work from home. I set them all up with computers, workstations, everything at home, and they all said, we will space out at the office. Please let us continue to work. And because we were deemed essential,
Yeah, transportation.
yes, we were able to do that. And my team worked the whole way through. Now I know we're a lot different than a lot of.
Why did they do that, Mike?
We have a very close family. My employees have been with me 13, 18, 25, 22 years. We're like Hotel California. You can check out, but you can't leave, But
so they're checked out, is what you're saying.
No, I got no. They're
I'm
very
just kidding.
engaged.
I'm
Good
just
one, though.
kidding.
I
I'm
like
just
it.
kidding.
I like it. No,
Don't
but
be recruiting
you know,
from his
It's
company.
strong. No, I already found out I can't basically at this point.
That's it.
They're not
That's
going
it.
anywhere.
I want Mike to finish, but then I have an opinion.
No, so culture is what you're saying.
It's our culture. My family or my team looks like at it like they're a family. I mean, we're a family owned and operated shop, and then we have our employees that are the extended family.
Yeah.
So
real close knit.
I don't mean to cut off, but I have to go. I have a dinner that I have to run to.
Mike's
so
so
I'm
important.
sorry.
That's
I know.
That's why
Everybody
he's
hit
a
that
special
like
chair.
button for Mike
Special
out
chair.
there and just wish him well in his journey.
Hey, thanks for having me. Always a pleasure.
Sounds good, Mike. Go
Good to
tag
see ya.
somebody else in there, all right, Mike?
You got it.
Sounds good.
Bye, Mike.
Enjoy, folks.
Bye, Mike.
Mike, where's dinner?
All right, we'll be there.
Batista's
Oh yeah,
holding the
we'll
wall.
meet you. We'll meet you there.
All right.
We'll meet you
I'm
there.
gonna order takeout. I'm gonna Uber Eats something. Put the check on your bill. Mike, you know what? Chris Roberts is coming in with a question here.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, Ryan, AKA Ryan Reynolds.
Can I
Hey,
just
Chris, do you own Wrexham? You were saying?
I feel like we're talking about in person and not in person in a very like everybody's in person or everybody's not in person kind of stance.
Yeah.
Versus what does that mean for an individual?
Well, we started out talking about relocation.
Okay.
And who was going to be, whether we thought relocation would still go, right?
Right.
So, I don't know. It's a big conversation.
Mary Beth, where are you going with this here? As far as, are you going to like hybrid or where are you going with this?
Well, I'm going with I think flexibility is good. I think that there are people that really need to be around those other people. I think that there are different stages in life. I think there are people that are in different personal situations. And sometimes that means, hey, working from home for me right now is what I need. And I'm going to be most productive there. And that may not be where I'm going to be 5 years from now, but that's where I need to be now.
Do you think people will admit where they're most productive?
I do, but I'm kind of outspoken.
Sometimes we think sometimes we
I
think
would
that
hope
like
so.
sometimes we think we know what's best for us, and I feel like sometimes our judgment is also clouded. Like for me, right? Like I'm like, I should eat that cheeseburger. I think that sounds like a good idea.
I'm going to have another glass
She
of
ate
wine.
dinner with me. She's laughing. She ate dinner with me last night. I'm like, y'all gonna finish that tuna tartare? But you know what? It ain't. And somebody else probably could make a better decision about what I eat than I do.
But you're talking about food.
Well, what's the difference? It's all decision making.
Agreed.
It's all
Yeah.
impulsiveness. It's all like our human behavior and it's all discipline. I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just saying out there.
Ben, I have a question for you.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about the wolf pack.
Well, we just added somebody to our wolf pack.
Oh, okay. I met part of your wolf pack.
You met part of our wolf pack? Well,
Right.
yeah. No, it's oh my goodness. How much time do we have? Apparently enough.
just
We're gonna
wanted
skip
to
that
ask the
topic.
question.
No, so Glomo actually now our wolf pack has increased to 6 now.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
And we've got Adam Sotelo over there behind the camera. What's up, Adam? We got Jillian Guzda over here as well. We got Rhiannon couldn't make it. She's at home. But she couldn't get her passport back from the embassy. Immigration issues. I should have had a professional manage the situation.
We talked about that too.
Whew, man. And then Jana, myself, and then Danny Herskowitz, who everybody knows. So yeah, that's our wolf pack. I hope that's what you were referring to because that's about all I'm going to disclose at this time.
All right, we're good.
Yeah, hey, it's been great talking
That's
to y'all.
exactly what I was referring
That's
to.
exactly what you're referring to. Good.
Thank you, Ben.
Thank you all for coming by. We got some
Thank
more people
you.
coming in. Give them a round of applause. Hit that
Great
applause
job.
button. You guys have an applause button in the booth there? Probably not. It's a classy joint. You know, get out,
All right.
guys. Get out. You're done. You're done. All right. Love you. Thank you so much. Bring it in, y'all. Shake a leg. Move quick. We're live. We don't have commercial breaks here. This is pro bono, people. Hey, thank y'all. Appreciate you. Hey, Chris, if you come across one of those brown drinks, man, feel free to bring it in. Hey, Julie. Hey. Oh, my gosh. Julie Coleman. Look at this. This is fantastic.
It's awesome.
Look at, oh, nice. Now we got it. There it is. A delayed reaction. I love it. Fantastic. Oh, man, this is great. How are y'all doing? Everybody doing good?
Good.
Great.
This is great. We got Christina. We got Amy. We got Lisa.
Hey, y'all.
Fantastic. We got Julie. We got Paul. What's up,
Hello.
Paul? I love that shirt. Man.
Thank you.
Gee whiz. I know, really. How's the party outside?
It's hopping.
Yeah.
Is it okay? I forgot to give everybody a talk. I didn't give anybody a talk.
Oh.
I need y'all to get real close to this mic,
close?
like uncomfortably close, like one little baby fist length away.
Like right here.
Yeah, like the baby from The Hangover,
Alright.
like that fist length away.
Okay.
From I need Lisa knows. Lisa, did you bring the baby from The Hangover? Christina, you're funny. You're laughing. Amy, you're supposed to laugh too. Don't adjust the seat. You're here for 15 minutes, okay? Deal with it, all right?
I have to be comfortable, Ben.
Yeah. Okay. Get
I'm high
comfortable
maintenance.
somewhere else. All right.
I feel
I'm
like
just
we
kidding.
got the great seats.
We do. It's
No, you
comfy.
got don't. Anyway, we got some redheads in the house too.
We do.
Oh, that just
we
happened.
coordinated.
Can we? Yeah. So what is red like the new? Is red like the new thing?
It's
What's
the new
that?
black.
Red's the new black.
Yeah.
Can we? Is that on Netflix? Can we? What happened?
Well,
Blonde
I
was
just
boring.
woke up one morning and decided I'm tired of being ugly brown.
Oh, come on, Lisa. I'm
Oh,
working
no.
with.
Always beautiful.
Wah wah.
No, my brown was ugly because it had
Your
lots
brown
of
was
weird
beautiful.
gray coming in it.
I
It
had
was-
the same problem. I
So-
had gray into my pretty blonde hair, and I
Uh-huh.
just decided, you know what? This needs professional help. So
Isn't that what we do for a living? We give people
is.
professional
Professional
help.
help.
Yes, we do.
So I have to tell you though, Ben. So Christine, she started the Women of Global Mobility, as you know.
Yes, Christina and Kelly, right?
Christina,
We're
yes.
the, we're
Kelly
the two.
is not here right now, but that's okay. Shout out Kelly.
Shout out Kelly Guerin. Yeah.
But she showed
What
that
is
she
it?
did her hair red, and that's
Is that,
yeah.
is it like a
I think you did yours first.
solidarity?
I kind of copied.
Oh, is that what happened?
Yeah, it was a couple days after you. That's all right.
I'm gonna do mine.
Okay,
So
good.
tell us about this group.
So it is what it says. It's a group of women who
What's
are
the name
in
of the group?
Women of Global Mobility. Very
Love it.
original.
Very creative.
Yep. Didn't
I
put a
like
lot
it.
into marketing.
Yeah.
But
Well, your marketing is actually pretty nice.
Actually,
You got
I
some
mean,
nice graphics.
We've done
What is that?
some cool
Canva?
stuff.
What is
that?
that?
Is
That's
Canva.
good. That's
That
good
is
stuff.
all Canva,
Yeah.
hand done by me.
It's like
And
Canva
yep.
meets Pinterest. Let's
Kelly
do it.
handles getting all those posts out for us. So
No, it's great. So what? Okay, so what? So why did you feel like you had to do this? I mean, I love it. What was the impetus there?
it was actually like a personal thing because anyone who knows me knows I went through a terrible year this year. Like I lost my mom to pancreatic cancer. I was going through
You were
like
super open about that.
like
too, and I
moving
respect
back
that
and
a lot.
forth. Thank you, because it was so hard to not have the support that you need in those like instrumental moments of your life, right? Like I have a husband and he was great as a husband, but I really needed like a she-wolf pack. I needed women to embrace me and hug me and tell me it's going to be okay, you're going to get through this. And I had some conversations with Peggy about her story whenever it was originally doing that. Peggy's like, you should talk to Kelly. Kelly wants to do something with this. And I was like, okay, I do too. And then it just kind of organically grew from there. And I found so many women responded so well to it, and it just kind of took on its own life. And it's amazing. We have, I think, 765 followers on LinkedIn.
Wow, that was
90
quick.
people in a Slack channel.
Hey, everybody out there, go follow Women in Global Mobility on LinkedIn. Is it just for? I mean,
Men can follow us on LinkedIn. We won't put men in the Slack channel right now.
men, you're not in the Slack channel, but you can support by following on LinkedIn, telling other women.
You can start your own men in mobility.
I don't think that would go over very well.
I don't think like
I could see it now.
nah, then it would
Men.
be
Men in global mobility.
exclusive. Momo?
Okay, let's just stop. I don't like where this is going, Paul. Let's cut it out. All right, next. No, but no, that's really cool. No, and it obviously has been something that's been bubbling up. The interest in this and the need for this has been kind of bubbling up, and you know, shout out to Peggy for her story and everything. I'm really proud of you for doing that and taking
Thank
that
you.
step, because it's hard to do new stuff.
It's scary.
And because inevitably you're
crazy.
going to feel kind of silly, stepping out, doing something, hanging a shingle, you know, and doing it and saying like, this is what we're doing.
Yep.
But I'm really proud of you for doing that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And it's still so undefined on what it will be.
Well,
Like,
that's the thing. These are the best ways. Don't start it with a destination.
No.
Just let it organically
Organically
develop.
grow, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because like some of the worst things you can do with an early idea is say it's going to be this.
Yep.
Because then as soon as it's not that, you feel like you failed, but really you're just growing. You're just on the path.
Yep.
So I love it. Just keep it open ended and see what happens.
Thank you.
Words
really
of
cool.
wisdom from Ben.
Well, I mean, look at this crazy nonsense.
This is crazy, Ben.
And
This is awesome.
But you know what I'm saying? But you don't define it. I can't be like, no, we're going to have a show at the Wynn, And like, you know what I mean? I would have felt like a failure for 3 years if that was my goal.
I was just talking to Danny about that too, out in the green room. Like, it's just amazing what you've done in the last couple of months, let alone like the last couple of years, right? You've grown this, and it's just so amazing to see. I'm like, I knew Ben Wynn.
I know.
I remember.
Employees.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah. Super. Yes.
Amazing.
I love y'all. Y'all are just so great. Y'all are so great. I really. I got a question here though. Can we take a question?
Yep.
Put your questions in the comments. Hit that like button right now. I want to see y'all out there. Make sure we got mic integrity here. I want to make sure the mic is tight to the face here. Talking to you, Amy. All right.
Hello.
Chris Robert says, Christina, what is up with the socks?
Oh no.
What's the deal with the socks? I'm hearing sock stuff.
Oh, I didn't bring
Sock
Julio.
talk.
Okay, so Julio is out in. Oh, you do have a pair. So this is our fancy.
I thought you were gonna throw Julio, Don Julio at it.
No, Julio. He's my chaperone.
Is Julio not Don Julio?
No, it's his nephew. Julio is a sock puppet who has been deemed
I was hoping
my.
for tequila. Okay,
I mean,
go ahead.
tequila's here. Don't worry.
Talking about
Tequila.
the sock puppet.
So we have price point. Get spotted
Yeah.
in socks, and if you get spotted in our socks, and we take a selfie with you, you get entered to win a bottle of Don Julio 1942.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Very nice.
That's what it's
Which
about.
So how do you get the socks?
Yeah, how do you get the socks?
By visiting Christina or Ben.
That would be
or
me. I
How
have
do,
a
they, how do they
backpack.
visit you? Where are you holding court?
Well, I
Are you
mean,
at the booth or what?
I'm right here.
All right,
What
come
do you
down
think?
here to Blue
So-
Wire Studios, get one pair of socks,
But not
and
mine.
be spotted in them.
Yep.
Where are these socks? Where's the
The
where's
socks
the socks
are
at?
literally in the green room in
carry
my
the
backpack.
socks with you, so no
I have
matter where
carried
you
a
go.
backpack.
I've
of
not
socks
gotten
all
any
day.
socks. What's up with that?
Well, I don't think these will fit you. These are mediums.
I have small feet.
I do
He asked
actually.
me specifically for mediums. We have large.
You have like what a couture? What are you shop? What? Isn't that one size fits all for socks?
No.
This is price point.
Julie, what size
medium.
sock are you, Julie?
I
I like
think
your
either a
shoes.
small or medium. Do you
You
like
got
my
some
shoes?
expensive shoes on, girl.
I know.
They look
Like
casual.
this?
These are like those shoes that look casual, but they're actually like expensive. I'm not gonna ask
So
you.
my
Cole
son
Haans?
told me last night that
Golden
they were
Goose.
fly.
They're fly, super fly,
Oh. Yeah.
super duper fly.
Yeah.
Missy Elliott fans? Anybody? No. Sorry, Amy gets it.
Yes,
Thank you,
I
Amy.
do. I do.
I can't stand the rain. All right. Anyway, sorry. Look at this. Chris says, if I knew I could get some killer socks from Price Point, I would have come to Vegas.
Chris.
And I
will
don't know
mail
what's
them to
happening
you.
on the
I'll mail
keyboard.
them to you before I leave.
These are nice. These are really sized. All right, Lisa. I'm going to ask you a very important question. What am I going to be doing in 49 minutes?
No. What time is it?
Wow, that was
Wait a minute. What time is it?
6:11.
6:11.
Vegas.
Oh yeah. So, well, a little bit longer than that. 7:30.
Just play the game.
You're be coming to the Rocket Mortgage Party.
Yes. Where is the Rocket Mortgage Party this year? The Rocket Mortgage Party, for those of you who don't know out there, and I'd be shocked if you don't, but maybe you don't, the Rocket Mortgage Party is probably the best. It's the best supplier party at Worldwide ERC. Fair?
Yep. Definitely.
Yeah, I think it is.
Yep.
It is. Lisa was like nervous, like y'all were gonna say no, it's not. No, it is. It's the best one, and it's always Wednesday, and it's absolutely amazing. Y'all do a great job. It's always quite the spectacle. What do we have in store? Give us a little taste. I know you can't tell us everything. Give us a little taste.
So first of all, we have an amazing events team. Our team cannot take any credit for anything that you see at these parties. They're absolutely amazing. And secondly, they will not tell us. We are just as surprised as you are. All we know is where it's going to be.
I like how little confidence they have. They don't let you get involved. They don't tell you
they don't
anything
want us
about
to
it.
spoil the fun for you. So they know that people are going to try to get it out of us, right?
Like right now.
So yes.
Give us a
So
taste. Where is
especially
it?
me,
Where
they
is
don't.
it?
They're probably like, we can't tell you because you might let it slip to Lisa, and then she's going to go and tell everybody.
What's
so
the location?
the location is the Eiffel Tower at the Paris Casino and Hotel. Yes.
At the top, right?
Yes, at the top.
So I remember going to one of your parties in Dallas, and I don't know what the theme was. It wasn't the Eiffel Tower, but y'all had crepes. Y'all had someone there making crepes. Like, who does that?
Like a creperie?
Like a creperie
Like
right
a
there.
crepist?
So, like, I'm going, tonight, are they going to have crepes at the fair?
We don't. That's what I'm saying. I won't know. So you have to come and be surprised, just like
did.
me. Sometimes there's a little bit of entertainment. It's just you just never know.
I
Well.
think you know, Lisa.
Lisa.
She knows more than she's saying. She knows more than she's saying. She can't hold the secret. Look at her. She's bubbling over with enthusiasm.
No,
She's, no, I don't know anything.
Okay,
don't tell me anything.
Right. We need to discuss, is there transportation?
Yes, there's shuttles.
Okay, because I did 20,000 steps yesterday. I'm not
Oh.
doing it
Absolutely,
today.
there's shuttles.
Did you walk from Veracruz?
Yeah.
I did. I felt like it.
Put a hole in your sock?
Shuttles going all night,
Shuttles going on. So it's from what time to what time?
7:30 to 11.
7:30 to 11:30.
So do you have a party after ours, Ben?
I do not have a party after.
Oh man, where are
I've
people
been-
going to go after that?
Lisa has always told me I'm not allowed to throw a party after on the same night or in adjacent to
I did not-
the Rocket
okay.
Mortgage party. We have contractually obligated to not throw a party.
Not at the same time.
Although I'll be honest with you, that is probably the best after party slot is that Wednesday night after party, and I think Glomo will be throwing an after party next year in Boston.
Yes. Boston.
Yep.
Boston.
Boston.
Boston. Yeah, so I think we will throw an after party next year.
You're
in
totally
Boston.
fine to throw an after party. We just don't want you to do it at the same
Can
time.
I
That's
get
all.
can we run buses from the Rocket Party at 11?
yeah, do
at
it.
11?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Why not?
All right, sweet.
I might get in trouble for saying that, but hey, I'm okay with it.
Actually, I've learned with Rocket, you don't ask for permission.
Don't ask permission. Ask for forgiveness.
Yeah.
Yes.
My
exactly.
husband's told me that a long time. Don't
That's
ask
right.
for permission, just ask for forgiveness.
And Paul, it's so good to see you.
Thank you, Ben.
You got some changes going on,
I
Paul.
got a lot of changes going on.
What's going on in your world, man?
So I'm at Cornerstone, and
Congratulations.
yeah.
They're lucky to
Thank
have
you.
you.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Wash, rinse, repeat." So I'm
like the
a little
socks.
bit of sales, a little bit of implementation, account management, special projects.
Yeah, because you got a lot of skills. You're like kind of all over the place.
Yeah, I'm that jack of all trades. So I'm
Yeah.
the Swiss Army knife of Relo, and they acquired me. Yeah.
Nice.
So it's
I
working
knew
out good.
Paul when he didn't have any relo experience.
Everyone here, Julie was my first manager in Relo.
Really?
What?
Wow, that's
Wow.
so cool.
You're part of the Julie Coleman coaching tree?
Yes, yes.
Wow.
And he was awesome. He was
Yeah.
a natural. He really was.
Yeah.
And it's just really, it's really endearing. to
Clearly
see
you taught him
someone
Oh,
well.
Yeah.
To move up and do everything that Paul has done. So
Thank
super,
you,
super
Julie.
proud of you.
Oh.
And every time I see you, I'm just like
So happy.
so
I know.
happy.
I know.
Yeah. It's just, it's
She's like,
really
oh, he ain't
sweet.
on my
Yeah.
team. I'm so
Well,
happy.
no.
I thought he'd never leave.
No,
I'm so happy we got rid of Paul.
No,
I'm
so
just
this is the funny thing about, and it has nothing to do with Relo, but it has to do with Paul and I's relationship. So we were in Dallas and we were building a house, and we had all of the stone left over for this fireplace that we were building. And so I'm like, I don't know what to do with the stone and what to do with it. So I was telling Paul, and he goes, I'll come get it. I'll make something out of it.
Yeah.
So he comes by, he loads it all up.
So you
he
know in
takes it
Dallas,
away.
all the faux stone that
All
you see in the
all
front of
the
homes
brick-
and stuff and bricks, yeah.
bricks
so
and-
it was that, and actually, what ended up happening is I literally kept it in storage
For years.
For years.
Wait, is it like that flagstone, like that brown?
Yeah,
It's like
big
flagstone,
brownstone.
yeah.
Yeah, and it had like the corner wraps and everything. And I ended up, a friend of mine was building a pool, and she needed to build a cabana, and she used it on that.
So it was funny because years later he goes, I have to tell you what I did with that stuff. I'm like, going,
And she's like,
oh,
"What
it's like
stone?"
been like 10 years since
Yeah.
I gave it to you.
Yeah.
But
It's set in storage? I hope
No,
you-
it sat in my garage.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I might have a
Not
hoarder
paying
issue,
for
but
it.
I'm not going to talk about that
Yeah.
today.
Love it. Love it. Jana's peeking in here. I think we got some other folks on deck, but real quick, Amy, I haven't heard from you much. How are you enjoying your sprucer?
Well,
It's tasty, isn't it?
amazing. Well,
salute.
me and tequila.
You're a fan. So we have a lot of people who have disavowed tequila
Really,
in here.
It makes me really.
That's from
happy.
college.
Yeah, it makes me happy too.
It's a little controversial, I think, tequila.
it's to kill you. That's
kill
what
you,
it is.
yeah.
It's to kill you.
You know, we're
Why do we
controversial
always
here.
learn about tequila in college? We're like, why isn't it like that? Like
It should have
that's-
been in high school, like home ec or what?
Well, no, much later in life. Like it's not a
later.
transition drug. It's like or a gateway
it's like
one.
a destination drug.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like this one's gonna kill you. Like you said, it's like why don't you like start with like maybe vodka or anyway.
Fentanyl,
No.
tequila. Okay. No, too soon.
Yeah.
I hope none of our children are listening
Too
to
soon.
this.
No, there's literally nobody listening to this right now. Don't worry. Don't worry. No, Pete says. Just kidding. Pete didn't say no. I'm just kidding.
He's here.
Miss you, Pete.
Everyone's
Where's Pete?
gone.
Pete's
No,
here.
he's,
Yeah, we
you'll
all
see him at the
Pete.
party.
Pete. Love Pete. It's great. Julie, how are you doing? So good to
I'm
see you.
good. I'm great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that grandbaby doing?
Oh my gosh.
Now
He
you
is-
started her.
Yeah, you
I
have
know.
started.
I got to fill time. I'll just ask Julie about her grandbaby.
Yeah. Oh, there's nothing better than being a grandmother. I mean, people talk about it, but once that happens, it's
Talk about
just it
gateway
is.
drug.
And
You should tell my mom that she'd enjoy it. if
yeah,
she paid
and
attention to her
Reese is really the cutest baby ever in the world. So it was funny because I was talking to Brett Lyons out there, and all of a sudden, a text message pops up, and it was a video of him trick or treating at his daycare, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I can't talk to you.
I can't talk.
today.
I've got an incoming message here.
Exactly.
Speaking of incoming, we got a whole bunch of people just popping in the
Yeah.
studio here. Ladies and gentlemen, I got to get rid of y'all.
That's fine.
It was so nice
you,
to
Ben.
see y'all.
Thank
Thanks
you
for
for having
stopping
us,
in
Ben.
here.
Thank you.
So sweet.
Always a
Yeah.
pleasure. I'll see you all in a little while.
I will see y'all at the
Yes.
Rock and Mortgage Party. Save me a seat. Come on in. Let's go.
Thanks,
Take
man.
care. Salute. Cheers.
Salute.
Look at this. Oh my gosh. Look at this. Look at this. We got Kyle. What's going on? Kyle, get over here, Kyle. Kyle, get over here. How's it going? How you doing? Hey, yeah, man. It's good to see you. Have a seat.
We need one more.
Look at this.
We need one more seat.
Doesn't work that way, Jamie. Jamie said we need one more seat. Like,
Otherwise, you're in this camera.
doesn't work that way.
Don't high five that guy over there at all, because otherwise you're going to be in the camera.
So air pounds.
There you go. Do that. So just make sure you keep it about maybe.
You can sit on my lap.
That's not weird. Hey, this is great. Hit that like
getting very
button. Get in
intimate.
the comments. If you got a question
Thank
or
you.
comment, this is fun. Oh my gosh. Look at this. How you guys doing?
Wonderful. Doing good.
How's
Well.
the party out there?
Pretty good. Good.
I hear y'all cranking out there when they open the
pretty
door.
active. Pretty
It's
active.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's kicking.
The
You guys did
spruce
it.
drink is flowing.
Are you liking those sprucers, huh?
spruce
It's
is
tasty.
wonderful.
Honestly,
Definitely
I
not a
usually stay
naturally
away
occurring
from
color, but you know.
I usually stay away from the Incredible Hulks, but these are actually pretty delicious.
bad.
You know?
Ecto cooler vibes.
Yeah,
Definitely
it's,
ecto-cooler.
it's better than it looks. I'll be
Definitely get
honest.
the tequila.
Yeah.
It's very tequila forward, isn't it?
So who determined the content of the drink?
Somebody
Ben.
at Spruce, the great minds, the innovators at Spruce, and thank you so much for this amazing to Spruce for this amazing space. Isn't this space cool?
It's very cool.
Like,
This is awesome.
yeah.
Very cool studio.
Now,
Is
I
it
need
like
to give
this
y'all
all
I
the
need-
time,
Yeah,
or did-
I'm in here all the time. No, I need you
Residency.
to. I need you to not make a residency. It's like David Blaine. Michael Jackson. I need y'all to stay one baby fist length away from this microphone.
A baby fist.
Yeah,
Wow.
so just think of like
What
the Hangover.
What age of baby?
Very junior baby.
Okay.
Very like 1.5.
Wow.
18 months, baby. Kyle likes it. Kyle, you know the 18-month fist size?
That's
mean-
funny. That's a funny one. That's an image right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And Kyle's 18-month-old is way bigger than mine, apparently, right now. I need you to get closer to Kyle, okay? You got a big boned 18-month-old.
I don't have children, so I can't.
You don't even know.
I
What do you got,
have-
dog person?
I have palm trees and
Imagine
and
it's
vinyl
one
records.
German Shepherd paw length
trees
away
and
from. That's what I need you to
Am
be
I
right
here?
now.
Am I here?
You're in
My
there.
test-
You're in tight. Everybody tight?
There we go.
Tight, yeah.
Wicked
I
smart.
think
You
you can
tight?
hear me.
Tight, high and tight.
Amherst is in there. I don't know. You're
Like my
taking
hair.
chances, bro.
High and tight.
High speed, low drag. I love it.
The higher, the tighter.
This is
the
fantastic. Has
better.
anybody got these socks yet?
No, not yet.
No, not yet.
Where'd they come from?
They came from somebody's purse, but they're price point socks. So if you get caught with these socks, you actually get entered to win a bottle of Don Julio 1942.
Shout out Ben
Oh,
Heller.
wow.
Yeah.
And you're giving me the socks right now. Is that why you're saying that?
Well, ironically, are you a medium?
I can be a medium for the Julio.
For the Julio.
I was like, there I go.
Julio
the
down the
Donnie
schoolyard.
There you go, my
Yeah,
man.
those are sick. Let me tell you a story. I mean, I'm supposed to make this about y'all, but whatever. I won a bottle of Don Julio 1942 from Price Point, like early days, like pre-revenue. Okay, back over at IAM. Okay, and they mailed it to my house, but my wife, she's probably watching. She's not watching. She doesn't answer the door, right? You know, stranger danger, whatever, laziness. Anyway, she doesn't answer the door, but you got to sign for it. It's alcohol. You got to sign for it. So they don't deliver it.
Ooh, they take. They
And
take
then
back
Ben
the Donnie
Heller's like,
J's.
hey man, did you get the Don Julio, man? I was like, no, I didn't get it. He's like, oh, it says it wasn't delivered. I got a piece of paper stuck to my. I was at a conference. I got a piece of paper stuck to my door. Says, oh, we'll come back tomorrow and redeliver it. I said, honey, I need you. Said, "Nah." She took a nap when the Don Julio came out, and they only tried twice before they're like, you don't want this. So I never got the Don Julio. I never got it because my
Surely there's
wife.
a pickup at FedEx option.
You would
Yeah,
think.
I would think
Very sad.
that's a bummer.
Listen, it's Don Julio. There's no pickup for that. That's
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
2 tries. and you
Two
got it.
try. That's it.
The delivery man
no
enjoyed
third
it.
strike for that.
Oh my goodness. So are y'all going to any parties tonight?
Yeah, I think we're gonna go to Rocket
Rocket
Mortgage.
On the Rocket?
Yep.
We'll be there. Is there another option? Seems like Rocket's the only thing on the
You're
table.
open-minded. You're
It's kind of popping.
He's like, I'm open.
I don't want to
Yeah, what
follow
else
the
is going
herd,
on?
but Where's know. the after hour?
You know what? There's not, to my knowledge, there's not an after. Is Dominion used to do something? Is there? No, is that Thursday?
Yeah,
nights?
that would be late.
Is that that's
Dominion,
always,
late,
that's a
late.
good time.
How late is late?
Like usually the after party was the
Ooh.
Dominion like
All right,
nightclub.
we're gonna
right?
get into
Like,
it here. I'm gonna tell y'all some stuff I shouldn't be telling y'all.
Do they have the speakeasy here? Or?
So the Dominion party last year was after. No, you know what? It was Thursday night. It was after the foundation party, and then I had the after party, and they had the after party at the club,
Yeah.
right? So when the Redhead Piano Bar in Chicago shut down, we all right, go to Dominion, whatever. You know, went to the club. You know, you're in there. It's like, you know, whatever. And who's on right
Best
now? You got anybody on
dancing
there?
at
Yeah.
the event.
Yeah, yeah,
Who's at that
dancing.
one?
It was great. They were in Boston too before that. Anyway, like that, it was so late that like I almost got into a fight with somebody from the conference.
There you go.
What does almost?
I pushed him and he didn't hit me.
Oh, okay.
Well, he was messing with one of my friends.
Okay. Too many spruces, bro.
Yeah, too many spruce drinks.
Yeah, damn.
So we're gonna keep it. You know, we're gonna keep it real nice and just real
All love.
civilized.
All love.
Yeah. Anybody have a favorite thing from today? First real full day of the conference. Felicia, you look like you got some stuff. To
I
talk
feel
about.
I feel like I just talked to Kyle about this, and I loved your answer. So
Listen, I will say this is my first ERC.
Ooh.
And not to quote Remember the Titans, but the first session when we were talking about the relocation management kind of forecast and industry, she said agile.
Yeah.
One word, stay agile. That's the key to success.
Yeah.
Because we're always changing. It's mobility, right? You have to be fluid. You have to be flexible. And then I'm thinking agile, mobile. I wanted to stand up and yell it, but I didn't think that would be cool. But agile, man, and agility. And it just kind of opened up my mind about what it's going to take to be successful and sustain.
How do we stay
a great
agile
company.
though? I mean, what does it take?
For her, she said, being willing to, which should be common sense, but this is what we do, right? We deal with people. It's being willing to actually listen to what's needed. And then going back to your team and saying, hey, how do we do this in a mutually beneficial way?
I think for us, one of the things that we've like built the company on is to come from a place of yes. Like we've always said that, like since the early days of corporate housing, is just to come from a place of yes. There's really like there's very few no's, because if somebody needs something, we'll figure out a way to get it done.
How do you get the people like on the front lines though to come from that place? Because it's easy for us to go to these conferences, have a couple spruce drinks, go hear an inspirational speaker, be like agile, mobile, agile, you know, whatever, right? And then we go back and we start like giving them the speech. We get on the table, we listen up. Here's what we're doing, and they're like, listen, like I'm out of properties in Boston, and like I don't know, you know, how do we get people on the front lines who have to actually execute this stuff bought in to this? Because I mean, it sounds great on a PowerPoint, but they're dealing with it, and they're dealing with the limited inventory and the supply chain issues and the unprecedentedly high customer demands, and yet unprecedentedly low supply and all that stuff. They're in the middle. So how do we get them engaged?
You really need. Yeah, well, you really need to show teamwork and let everyone know that their job is just as important as the next person. You're only as strong as your weakest link. So if you treat that person the same as everyone else, like they're part of the team and they're going to pick everyone up and help move the puck along, then that's what you got to do. But I think you really need to get everyone involved as a team, working as at a common goal. And I think, and as Felicia said, be flexible. Try to find a way. If you absolutely can't, then you're going to have to say no. But we always try to be as flexible as possible. I handle international. I got things I'm doing overseas that you wouldn't believe to make a goal happen for a company, so that people move in, and and they're good to go. So it's working at it, flexibility, and everyone working towards a common goal.
What's the wildest thing you had to do to get people moved into a unit? He said things you wouldn't believe. Don't try me. Let's go.
Oh gosh.
Or in the post live-in cleanup.
It's Vegas. You'd be shocked at what I believe.
Well, I have realtors in Korea and Japan that are buying all my housewares for me, delivering them, and basically they're just making a commission off the apartment. So everything they're doing extra, and I kind of pat myself on the back to try and get these people to do what I need over there and to make it how we do things over here. So getting a realtor to go out and buy all your housewares for a unit, I'd say that was pretty good. And from here,
that's pretty amazing. I mean, how do you get the relationship, the depth of relationship, trust, and everything that the social capital with someone in Korea and Japan or whatever to even get them to go out and do that? I mean, that's way outside the SLA, isn't it?
Yeah. First, you have to go to several people. You can't put all your eggs in one basket. Then you kind of explain what you're doing and kind of look at their past and what they're used to doing, and try and meet in the middle. You want a mutually beneficial partnership, so they're gaining and you're gaining, and it's a win-win situation.
Are you doing these negotiations in English?
Yes.
I'm just curious, like how that, like you're like you're spreading the eggs.
Oh,
around
you wouldn't believe what I have on WhatsApp.
Yeah. Try me. Like, let's go. Can we get Jamie's WhatsApp pulled up on the graphics?
You'd be scaling for a while.
I love getting into people's WhatsApp. Let's go.
How do you say 30-day notice in
Yeah.
Korean?
Let's go. What's the wildest thing that y'all have done to make stuff happen recently in the last 6 months to a year?
Let me not do a recent, but let me go back to, I started in Argentina, and one of the tiny team and a few units, and one of the first like important move-ins in a big house. There was a deluge, and the infrastructure.
That means a lot of rain,
A lot
right?
of rain, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry for that vocab.
For the people at home.
Yeah. And crazy rain, and just flooded, like terrace totally flooded, pouring down the stairs. Just incredible. Rain, water everywhere, right? So I had a operations person there, like my only employee, and they're like, I don't know what to do. I ran over there. We literally ran a hose up to the terrace and created suction and sucked water out to like you do on a gas tank, and like,
hey, if you ain't sucking, you ain't trying, you know what I mean?
And sucked the water out of the hose to just get it off the terrace. Yeah, it was.
So now we know who to call. Now we know who to call.
Skills since?
No, I don't know.
No, that's not a go-to. All right, bet. I'll tell you one of the craziest things that I did. So back when I was at my previous company, this was for the biggest RMC in the business. Summer move in the middle of nowhere, Iowa or whatever. Yeah, y'all can do the math, right? You can go on my LinkedIn and triangulate the time and the place. Anyway, and please do. It'd be better that way. And then, and so it was like middle of nowhere, Iowa. We were getting all the rush moves, small shipments turned into every shipment in the middle of Iowa. And short notice, like 3 days or whatever. Maybe we just waited till the end to cover it. I don't know. That's how it was back then. And we got like a Penske truck. We rented a Penske truck, and then we called up the high school. It was like June, right? So high school's out. We called up the high school. We got the high school football team out there to load these household goods in this truck. We called the football coach, like, hey, man, you got any boys out there that need some exercise? He's like, yes, sir. Yes, sir, do. And we got the high school coach to go pick up and rent the Penske truck. We put it in his name. He rented the truck, right? And we said, listen, man, we're going to buy y'all some uniforms. We just need this truck loaded, right? And they did it.
Nice.
Listen, was it?
That was creative.
Was there a duty of care? I think we did. Duty of did it. That's what we did.
They get the uniform.
They got the uniforms. I think they went like 0-11, but yeah, it don't matter. It wasn't our fault. I'll tell you that. We did everything we could for those boys.
Working them out.
Yeah. Any other crazy stories about getting it done for people? Look at you editing. I appreciate you self-editing or whatever. I'm gonna keep asking. I'm making eye contact, Felicia.
I'm kind of gonna go back to that, like getting creative kind of thing. Like I know, like Parker's company, we merged 4 years ago. So one of the biggest things was like getting creative, because with this housing shortage, you have to. So
yeah, you have to.
Parker's company does all private owner stuff. So
that's a big new thing. I mean, that's gonna be huge.
Yeah,
should be.
So in order to
Saying
like
that for 12 years.
Yeah, exactly.
You just wait, man.
It will
You just
be any
wait.
day now.
Any
No,
day
it's been huge for our clients. So that's like one of the coolest things I think I've seen us do.
I mean, that's like a whole business transformation. When
Yeah.
you talk about kind of like making that, coming together there and being able to offer that, and the key, I think the key is also to offer that at scale in a way that you can productize it and bring it to the market. So we can offer this, with in enough places with enough capacity, right?
With the consistency.
Right, with the consistency. I think it's really interesting because I remember when I moved to Michigan, I needed a rental. I wanted a furnished rental. I wanted a house. So I wanted to rent a house that was furnished, and there was like 3.
Yeah.
And they weren't furnished, and I couldn't even paint, and it was disgusting.
Yeah.
I mean, Detroit has some bad stuff. And I wish you were around. Oh, you were around, but I wish you were.
Not in
I wish I
Detroit.
knew you.
Not in Detroit, Rock
But that's
City.
the key, right? You got to be everywhere because you never
Right.
know when these
Exactly. That's
these
what's
requests
hard.
are going to come.
That's the
Been
plan.
trying for 13 years, but yeah, we've got to 22 cities, and
But
that's
now you
been
met Felicia,
that's
and I
been
was like,
very challenging.
not
But
easy.
right, how do you execute that across 200 top markets? It's
Yeah,
very, very
because
hard. No one's
these
done it.
clients, these RMCs
No one's done
especially,
it.
they want one hand to shake. They don't want to like source
Exactly.
somebody in Kentucky and somebody in Tennessee. And they kind of want. Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah.
Is that a realistic expectation? I mean, are we losing some of the local ability with these sole source provider kind of situations?
It's a business decision.
Yeah.
It's up to them.
It's just
Yeah.
It is a
Right.
trade-off. I
Right.
think
Yeah.
it is, there's an inherent trade-off. It's Marriott versus the Ace or the Standard if you're a hotel person, right? It's just the Ace or the Standard hotel brand or even the Wynn hotel brand, like they're not going to be in 2,000 cities, right? And nor is Marriott going to be super cool, right?
Yeah, it's not going to be the best hotel in
what you're
Vegas.
getting.
Right.
So Marriott's not going to be
right?
the best hotel in Vegas, and Wynn's not going to be in Nashville.
Right.
They try to give me a sign up for some Wynn points. I'm like, yeah, that's great. When am I going to use Wynn points?
But you're not coming
Boston,
to Nashville anyways.
Boston next
Ben.
October. Encore.
The nice
Next
young
October?
The next GWS is in Boston, right?
Okay.
Boston.
Wynn's got a casino in Boston and Everett.
There you go.
Encore.
There it is.
So
But we're not. Are we staying there? We're not staying there.
it's up to you,
What's
Ben.
the Yeah, I'll take the high roller suite.
There you go.
30 minutes away from the conference. Where is the conference? Do we know what hotel it's at?
It's probably going to be at the Heinz Convention Center, which is attached to the big. I mean,
That's what they did last
I'm
year,
speaking
right? Or
completely
last
out of
time?
turn. Yeah, it's.
Hey, listen,
That's the
reckless,
biggest-
speculation
It's
is what
always
we
at,
peddle
like
here.
4 or 5 hotels
Yeah,
there, isn't it?
yeah, you
Like-
never get enough capacity there.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Speaking of capacity, we got to make some room here. We got some new people coming in here. This has been a lot of fun.
been
I'm
wonderful.
going to see y'all at the party.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Yeah.
Thanks,
All right,
Ben.
go get some
Thank
drinks.
you,
It's on
Ben.
Spruce.
Sounds
Thanks,
good.
man.
All right, take
to
y'all.
you.
Take
Cheers.
care, y'all.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Ben.
Thanks, everybody. Look at this. You better take those socks, man. These are your mediums, man. You better take these socks, man. I can't do nothing with those socks, man. Look at my big old pudgy foot. Man. I need a shoehorn to get in the sock. Come on, man. Hey, we're still live here. Get a seat, y'all. Come on now. Get a seat. Party's rocking outside. Hey, can somebody bring me a drink? Can I get a drink? Would you get me one? Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Hey, Eric over here. How's it going? Stephanie Bloom. The Stephanie Bloom?
I said I was ecstatic to meet you.
I'm ecstatic to meet you.
It's a pleasure.
'Cause if y'all weren't here, I'd have to do the rest of the show by myself. This is great. These mics are live. Do not waste time. I need you to put that microphone one baby fist away from your face.
Baby fist.
Yeah, 18-month-old baby. I was asking how old's the baby? 18. Dude, how big is your baby?
My baby's.
I need you to move, just move closer. That's what I'm trying to say. You
Eric
move
is
closer.
pretty
I don't. It's
My
a
baby's
rhetorical,
getting ready to turn.
rhetorical question here. Point it at your face there.
Oh gosh, I hit
There we
myself.
go.
You
Not
hit
that
yourself.
close,
Not
is
that
it?
close.
Okay.
Goodness gracious. We got Rob over here. Rob Zeitz. Good to see you, Rob.
It's good to be seen.
I feel like I've gotten to know you and like we've built this bond and friendship.
Yeah, it's very touching.
I feel like I've been like a death row inmate writing to you and you write back and
Yeah, no, that's exactly how I felt too.
I feel like I've been in solid. Oh yeah, please bring it on, Kyle. Yeah, bring it on. We got an empty seat. Kyle, we got an empty seat. You want to let somebody know?
Sprucer.
Yeah, we
Part
got a
two.
Sprucer part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2. No. The socks. Kyle, you gonna stick around?
He does.
Kyle, stick around. Hey, you know what? You bring a cocktail, you get a double
Just
dose.
because it's y'all.
Okay,
Yeah.
How about that?
we're ready.
Appreciate it. Sounds good. So everybody want to real quick introduce themselves and name, company, where you're from?
You bet. I'm Eric Stein with Ruoff Mortgage. I'm based in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Nice.
Yep, Stephanie Bloom with Ruoff Mortgage, also based in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I am our relationship manager.
Do you live in Fort Wayne, Indiana?
I do, and that's where our headquarters office is.
Sure. Sure. Excellent.
My name's Jelaine Joachim, and
Hi,
I'm from
Jelaine Joachim.
Atlanta, Georgia. I live outside of Atlanta in Marietta, Georgia.
Marietta. In
Marietta.
the house. Welcome, Jelaine. And
So I'm Rob Zeitz. I work with Air Inc., based out of Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I'm a Sagittarius.
oh, Rob.
That's
See?
funny.
Rob's with the jokes. Rob's like that sleeper guest. You're like, I don't know how this is going to go. And then it always goes amazing. Rob the Sagittarius. I'll just make a note of that. How do you spell Sagittarius? No, nobody knows.
Sag.
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 That's it. That's all you need to know.
That's great. Kyle, we didn't actually get to introduce you in the last segment.
It's all good, my man. I'm Kyle with Oasis Corporate Housing. I'm currently in Nashville, Tennessee.
Nash Vegas.
Yes, sir. From
people really say
Southern
that?
Cal. No, not if you're there. Like people there don't wear boots or cowboy hats. But don't tell anybody that comes as a tourist.
Don't ruin it for us,
I
man.
will not ruin it for you.
Pretty
sir.
sure I saw Kyle on one of those tractors in the back of
You
the tractor.
definitely
dancing
did.
When I was on Broadway,
I
I saw
have a
you
little
dancing.
side hustle. It involves, boots and hats,
Or on
but don't worry
stage
about
singing.
it.
Oh, you look
You can
like the
sing.
kind that would have the hat.
Would you like to plug your website?
Sure. Staywithoasis.com.
No, your personal side hustle.
Oh, no, I can't do that. Magic Mike
Would you like to
.com.
Plug Kyle's OnlyFans on the lower third. Appreciate that.
Don't let that out, though. That's
nobody's
just
watching. Don't worry.
Okay.
No, this is great. Hey, if you got any questions, put them in the comments. Hit that like button right now. This is fantastic. My wife's texting me pictures of our kids. Super great. Mortgage. What's that about?
Yeah, there's a lot going on in that world right now. Lots
Hectic.
going on.
Are rates going to go to 7? Are they already
Already there.
Are they already there?
I think they're already there.
They're already there.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
I mean, as much as I wish it was otherwise, I
They're
think
already at
there.
7?
Yeah, they're there. And
My questions are old. I wrote these like a week ago.
Yeah, the
Are
Fed
they at
is-
8? When are they going to 8?
Debatably,
I feel like the accountant says
debatably,
something.
there's
November.
some
That's
might
funny.
be. It depends on qualifying stuff, but they're not looking great.
Qualifying stuff. So if I have like a
Right.
790, 800, I'm still getting like 8.5.
Sevens.
7s?
Yeah.
You say it like you hooked me up too. Like 7. Gotcha. 7.
Only for you.
For you? 7.
Only for you.
I'd give you reload pricing, Ben Cross.
We have a deal.
How is that, Ghislaine, how is that affecting affordability, and what are you seeing from your clients?
Well, right now, clients are looking at changing their relocation policy.
Really? How
Either-
so?
Yep. Adding a MIDA, which is a mortgage.
Now, MIDA's old school. Tell people what MIDA's all about who haven't been there. You haven't been in this
It's a
industry
mortgage
since 2008.
interest differential
adjustment.
Had to think
Mortgage?
of that.
Is that like buying down points? Is that what that?
No. That's different from
I like
a
how
subsidy.
little I know about this
A
business.
subsidy.
Mhm.
A MIDA is where you give X amount of money, and it helps with your payments. An interest rate differential. I mean, not that. A
Buying down the points.
yeah. No.
Buy down.
Where's my chair?
Hey, Liz. I feel like my
sub-
mom just walked in. I'm having a party. I'm having a party she didn't know about. Mom just walked
Needs
in.
to play some music,
It's like,
okay?
turn on the light.
Lizzie, play music.
Going on?
No.
Buy the drinks.
An interest rate differential is one thing, and that's where you buy down the interest rate, like a 3-2-1,
Tell me.
3% one year, 2% the next, 1 the next. A MIDA could be different in that you could have. We had somebody that said, we want to give this employee $100,000. We want you to calculate it on over a period of 3 or 4 years. So you have to figure that in, that amount of money is going to go towards their payment.
Does that? Do they have to stay with the company for? Or do they stay in the company 4 years, and do they stay in the house 4 years?
Both, yes.
Well,
Both, yes.
Mhm.
I need
They
you to
move-
draw out the answer just a little bit longer.
If
We gotta let
they
some more
move
program.
or if they change jobs, then they would not be eligible.
Do they have to repay it? Is it a repay back?
Typically
Well-
not a repay back.
Okay.
Interesting.
Typically not a repayment. And if it's, as long as it's 3 years, at a minimum
Yep.
of 3 years, we're able to calculate their debt to income, factoring in that lower payment. So it does help with the affordability factor.
So it helps them actually get a bigger house.
For sure.
Even though it's going to step down over a few years and the affordability would change. I mean, is there an assumption baked in there that they're going to need a raise or something? Like, how's it?
Well,
or do we care? We don't care. You're just like, close the deal. You're a mortgage guy. You're just like, close the deal, write the mortgage.
But I think that the clients are looking at this, and it's not uncommon for them to be on a track to continue to increase their wages over time. And so some of that is factored in.
Yeah, it's hard to like forecast affordability though, because if they're, if they wouldn't qualify without the MIDA today, and then it's going to go away in 3 years, or it's going to 3, 2, 1, then I mean I don't know how big of a difference it really makes. I mean, are we talking a few $100 a month? Are we talking like $1,000? I mean, what are we talking about?
It's not uncommon for in the first year for it to be $500-$600.
Wow,
going down to $300 to $400, and then $100 to $200. So it's significant. For most.
Okay, and usually you look at affordability like what, 3 times or 4 times when you. Because I'm going through this process a little bit now, and they're like, I'm asking, what do I qualify for? You're like,
yeah, and are you referring to like a debt to income?
Yes, correct.
PTI,
I don't know exactly what I'm referring to, but Rob's just laughing at me. He's like, you're dumb. Rob's like a really wicked smart guy from Cambridge. And he's like, this is off the rails.
Got a bad poker face.
Yeah. So when we look at that, we look at what, 3 times or 4 times earning what you earn on a monthly basis, what you can afford.
Well, what's the DTI minimum?
It depends, but you want to be under a certain threshold as far as like a range, a percentage of your income.
I like to overextend myself. What could I go?
So if you want to overextend, so I would say all monthly expenses, car payments, things like that, you have to be 45 to 50% range.
45. Oh, so
as
almost
far
a
as
2
what
to
you're
1.
bringing home pre-tax.
Woo, 2 to 1. So now, if I like it, I'm living on the edge. I like it. 2 to 1. I'm taking that to the bank. So now you're saying it could be $400, $500, $600 a month. So I might multiply that and say, well, that's a change of $1,200 in my income on a monthly basis after tax or before tax?
Pre-tax.
Pre-tax.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. I like these policies.
You can go look, you can go look at that $5 million.
I might have to go look. I'm gonna go house shopping. We're gonna go. I might get a letter of a pre-approval from y'all. So Glenn, I want to stay on this just for a moment here before we talk about the price of milk. Okay. I want to ask you though. So, are you crystal ball? I know. Don't tell me you don't know. You have to say something. Do you think prices are going to go down in houses, or are they going to just go flat? Because flat feels like down, because they're not just going like that. Flat is down, but are they actually going to go down 10, 20%, kind of like we saw in 2008, where
Nope. It's
That's
not
what I'm
going to be
waiting for.
anything like 2008.
You got to talk to the mic.
And because 2008 was a different circumstance.
Baby fist. Yeah.
Oh,
There we go.
sorry.
You can move it towards. You can move it down if you want. If you're feeling like. Yeah.
2008 was a totally different ball game. I don't know if we'll ever see anything like 2008. And the reason 2008 was so different from now is because the mortgage industry was so different. The ERC did a panel that says if you've got a heartbeat, if you've got a pulse, you get a mortgage. There were so many things that were different. You didn't have to qualify. And I'm like, that's unique. That you can get a mortgage, but you don't have to qualify to pay for it back.
Do you miss the good old days, Eric? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just having fun. I'm having fun. No. But, yeah.
It's,
so it's not gonna be the same thing.
No,
the stated
not at all.
Stated income. What
Not
do you
at
make,
all.
Ben? You know,
Yeah.
I made
a lot.
$6 million.
Quite a bit. On track. On track.
Well, the movie, the short, what was it? The short.
The Big Short, I think.
Big Short.
Yeah, that was good.
That is a perfect example of what happened in 2008, 2009. And I remember having the chief economist for the National Mortgage Bankers Association at ERC in San Diego. And I asked him, I said, what do you see in the way of REOs, which is real estate owned, and foreclosures? And he said, and this is way before it happened, he said, I see a very bad turnaround in areas that have had over appreciation with no justification, which means it went up for no reason. And he said, people are buying houses that have no money. He said, we're going to see a huge downfall, and we're going to have a lot of foreclosures and real estate owned.
So how are these price spikes that we've seen over the last 2 years different from that fundamentally?
Well,
because we're seeing a huge escalation.
Oh, yeah.
Now, is it for no reason or is there cause? I mean, what are you thinking there?
Well, the reason for the escalation in property values was because, first of all, there was no inventory. Then we had a total shutdown. We had a total shutdown of people buying. With COVID, they couldn't get out.
So no inventory and pent-up demand.
Pent-up demand. So then, and builders weren't building.
Right.
They couldn't get out.
Well, they couldn't get materials either.
No.
Right.
No.
And yeah.
So this is going to be different. And the reason it is going to be way different is because before we gave mortgages to people who could not afford it. So when the recession hit in 2008, 9, people lost their jobs. And when they lost their jobs and couldn't afford the house, they lost their house.
Well, now if a recession hits now and people lose their jobs,
it's not the same. People did not buy houses at way low interest rate with no money down. With
well, you can get you could have got a house 2 years ago at 3% with 1% down. I mean, so you know 1%'s almost no money. I feel like, and then you could probably roll that in. Yeah, you got to qualify.
The qualification is a big part of it.
Qualification has changed.
They had to verify that they were, had a job.
Had a job.
Yeah.
But I mean, how many people are going to be upside if prices go down 20%? How many people are going to be significantly upside down in their home over the next few years, and is it going to hurt our ability to relocate people significantly where people just aren't going to move?
That's a good question.
I would say that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I feel like my questions aren't valued all the time.
That's
Rob.
not bad.
Great question.
Great question. Great question. I would say that the one thing that is going to remain is that there are just not enough houses. We can't build
a lot
fast
of demand
enough.
with the younger
You just can't build
20-somethings.
It's just not. So demand, and I think the lack of inventory is going to remain a factor.
Well, now people aren't going to want to build houses either because they see the housing prices going down. They fear a recession because there's a lot of recession talk that gets people a little freaked out. Rob, you're a data guy.
Yeah, I'm a data guy.
I hope you are. I kind of made a leap there. But I mean, what are you seeing out there?
In terms of,
I have no idea. I'm just asking you questions.
Inflation. I don't know if you guys have heard any of that in the news, but
I've heard it. I've heard about it.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
It's
I felt it at the bar this week.
Yeah.
You'll feel it at the bar.
This is another kind of inflation at the Wynn. Y'all are like 5 years ahead of everybody else here.
Yeah, winflation.
Yeah, winflation.
Yeah.
Oh, see, this is good stuff.
Sleeper coming through.
This guy's
But
prepared.
it's pretty much global. There's a few countries where it's not happening, but it's happening everywhere.
Are there countries where it's not happening?
I think Japan, off the top of my head, I think Japan has had lower inflation than you'd see in the U.S. But there's other countries.
Is that because of the way they handled COVID and like stimulus and things like that?
I don't know. Yeah, there's probably a lot of reasons why.
But interesting. Okay, interesting. But it's happening generally globally, though.
Yeah, pretty much.
And you know what I heard recently is that the dollar and like the British pound are like neck and neck, like for like the first time.
Yeah, the
ever.
dollar passed the euro the other day. I don't know if it's still above it, but yeah, and the pound, it's doing very well against the pound. But
dude, I'm gonna wild out in the UK. I'm gonna go there in a few weeks and my strong dollar.
It's the time to
be buying everything.
Lay it
I might buy property. I can't get property here in the US. I'm gonna go buy property in the UK.
Bring those bucks.
Yeah, I'm bringing the bucks.
Weekend home overseas.
You're going to have to find a mortgage company over there because no one will do it.
No,
from
nobody.
here.
Yeah, well, nobody will give me a mortgage here either. That's another story for another day. Thank you, India. Appreciate the support. Yeah. So then, what does that mean to relocation, though? I mean, does that have an impact on us or no?
I mean, in terms of what we focus on, I mean, Eric, we're mainly focused on the allowances, and it creates a lot of questions, a lot of problems, and I think it changes the whole cost element to it. You know, how much is it actually going to cost? Just the cost of everything you're doing, the cost of labor, cost of household goods, everything's going up, cost of housing. So does it become too expensive to move these people? And with relocation, you're spending this money, but then you're also possibly paying the taxes on that spending. So it's kind of like a snowball effect.
But if everything goes up, because wages have also been increasing, so if everything goes up together, does it matter? Or are things not all going up together?
The cost of salaries have gone up much lower than the inflation rate. So people are actually struggling even if their salary went up.
Yeah. Wow, that's depressing. Okay, sounds good. I'm kicking y'all out. Hey, thanks so much for the time. This is awesome. I will see y'all at the party. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Thank you so
Cheers.
much for
Cheers.
being
Man,
here.
hold up my
I appreciate y'all so much. Take those socks with you, please.
I got 'em, man. I
You got
got
some
'em.
hot socks already. Hey, we got some people here. We got the closers, actually. We said, you know what? We're going to the pen. You know, I want the lefty from Chicago. Let's see if we got one here. This is great. Don't shake too many hands, guys, okay? I need the people in the seats, all right? Nice to meet you, too, Miss Bloom. Appreciate it. Say hi to Judy. All right. Y'all, I need people in the seats. Let's go. All right, we got Drew Phillips coming over here. What's going on, Drew? It's good to see y'all. It's good to see y'all. Sit down, sit down.
Hello, hello.
Hey, Bobby P, how's it going? Evan, the hair. Oh, my gosh. Every year, it's just more majestic. More
It's like a
majestic
unicorn.
every year. Faye, look at you. The prodigal son
I know.
returns.
I was told to come back to close out with this
Oh my
great.
goodness.
I
Y'all are
feel
amazing.
honored to be with
Did
this
somebody
group.
leave the
Somebody
door
on that
open?
door?
That is the heaviest door known to mankind, and somebody
It's
somehow
giant.
did
I got
not
you.
close.
Party going on.
Thank you, Zeke, the Norse god of transportation. I appreciate you closing that door. This is amazing. What a lineup we got here. I mean, way to close it down. We got people outside. It's fantastic. We got.
What's up with all the heckling out there, Ben?
Oh, I don't know. See the.
Look at Whitey.
Look at that.
Boss, you get the
Look at that.
position of honor.
Yeah,
This
Tim White.
microphone
Tim
right
White
about
just
there
took his
for you.
shirt off.
Try not to gesture too much. Don't high five for it.
We got Drew Phillips here. We got Evan Miller. We got Bob Portali. My man Zeke Oaks. You know, is there a better guy in the business? I don't know. Let's find him.
Lots of them.
Thanks for having me. Hey, we got a big thing going on tomorrow, huh?
Big. A little bit.
Little bit.
A little bit.
Little bit.
I'm super excited about it.
But it's
Wait,
it's
what are we doing? What we got?
Let me tell you, Zeke. The party with a purpose.
Really?
Is happening tomorrow.
Sweet.
What do we have in store for us? I've got 15 tickets in my pocket right now.
Beautiful thing.
Thanks for
We're
your
talking
support.
about the foundation.
You gotta get one
celebration.
baby fist away from the
One
mic.
baby fist away.
Yeah.
We're talking about the foundation celebration.
Yes.
All right. It's not a gala.
No, of course not.
It's a
It's
party.
not your grandma's gala.
It's at
not your
Excess
grandma's
Nightclub
gala.
right here in the fabulous Wynn Resort and Casino.
Excess Nightclub has got to be one of the best nightclubs in Vegas.
It's
by
the
far.
here's some stat thrown out.
Let's go.
It's the #1 grossing club in the country.
So the drinks are really expensive.
Very.
Not tomorrow.
They are included in the ticket price.
Not
And
tomorrow.
all the drinks are included.
Yeah,
Yes.
Not
Thanks to
tomorrow.
our sponsors.
Yes. Thank you to those sponsors.
Thanks,
God bless them all. We can name them right now. It wouldn't be a bad time. No, this is awesome. Wow,
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
Yeah. So we're doing something a little different this year. It's not going to be your typical gala where we're going to be asking everybody to, make donations. Yes, we are asking to make donations, but it's not an auction. We're not going to be out there every 5 minutes saying, "Hey, please give us some money."
Right.
Because everybody who's already purchased a ticket to this event has already made a fabulous donation to the foundation. So all of those promises that we've made and the money that we're going to be passing along, we're there. So all we want is everybody to show up and party.
Have a good time.
It's going to be great.
Butts and seats.
And some surprise entertainment, which I will not disclose.
I was gonna say I heard there was a big surprise, and I was
No,
like
disclose.
everybody's on
Can
the
I-
edge of their
can I-
seat waiting
it's
to
not
find
a
out.
guess. I'm going to
Yeah,
guess.
it's-
I'm not going to
No.
guess.
It's not big. It's really big. It's a thing.
Try to
It's a
read
thing.
it.
Yeah.
Am I gonna get high fives from like a celebrity? I don't know. Is this
Jay
happening?
Leno felt that this talent was one of his top 5. Just saying.
Wow. So get
Oh,
there
man.
early and be ready to go.
Yeah,
I got it.
All right, you say get there early. What time is it
All right,
taking
it
off?
starts at 6:30. So I recognize that the exhibit hall closes at 6:30. Our event starts at 6:30. So we're going to expect that the line to get in is going to be big.
Massive.
You need a ticket to get in. So
Wait,
bring
Rob,
that ticket.
What if I don't have a ticket? Like I got a bunch of tickets, but I heard there might be a couple of people that don't have them.
So-
There's a bunch of two, but what if I don't?
2 things you can do. You can look for one of our barcodes scattered about this fine facility. That will take you to our website, or you can just go to 2022foundation.givesmart.com and buy your ticket.
2022foundation.givesmart.com.
Yep.
Or check all our social media handles.
Yeah.
The website.
It's all there.
It's on there too.
We got to get you close to the mic, Evan.
One baby
really?
fist away.
I love it. And it's just
Too
because I
tall
want to
for
hear you in
this.
my ear.
Too tall.
Like old times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get in there.
There we go.
No, I'm really looking forward to this. I heard there are still some tickets available, like a few dozen tickets available.
Right.
So people need to act now to get in.
Exactly.
I'm hearing a lot of people want to go. Some people don't have a ticket yet.
Right.
They need to act on that.
Yeah.
I'm like, y'all need to buy a ticket right
Either
now.
buy one or find a friend that has
Or
one.
find a friend. I've got a few. But like for real, if your company is going to
You've
pay
got
for
a
a
few
ticket,
friends, or
I've got a
you've
few tickets. I've got a few
I'm telling you
tickets.
though, Ben,
I got way more friends than I got tickets,
the
unfortunately.
people I've talked to already, particularly this evening in the exhibit hall, for example, making my pitch.
Yeah.
The people who are not going, I'm
Whack.
finding out they're having
Lame.
they have a misconception of what they think this event's going to be like.
What do they think it's going to be, Bob?
They think it's going to be a traditional gala. They're
Their
like,
grandma's
"Oh,
gala."
Do I need my tux? Do I have to sit down for dinner? Am I going to have to do the paddle raises? I said, no, none of that.
No paddle raises.
It's a club.
It's a club. Just come as you are and have a
Right.
good time.
Right.
Is there a dress code?
So it is club casual, club, smart casual. So
So Moschino t-shirt ripped.
that's right.
Just kidding. It's not what I wear.
Do it.
But it is also because it's Halloween themed, the club.
Yeah.
It is. So we're absolutely encouraging, but not requiring people to come in their festive holiday attire.
Oh, so we can do costumes. This is really interesting. If you have not bought a ticket yet, please buy a ticket. We're running out of time. We're up against it right now. The people here at Blue Wire Studios have been absolutely incredible.
Amazing.
I think they're drinking our drinks.
Oh.
Faye, you know what? That's what's going wrong in the production. I see. If you have any issues with the production, it's the Aperol. Faye, do you want to give us any closing thoughts here about this wonderful day?
Oh gosh, I feel on the spot.
You are on the spot. Can we get a
I-
tight on Faye, please? Just
what?
kidding. No, I mean,
Tight,
do it if you
like, tell
feel.
you-
Do what
tell
you
you
feel, bro.
that,
So first off, I want to thank you guys for coming, talking about the foundation Party for a Purpose. Spruce is proud to sponsor that. We're excited to be there tomorrow. Looking forward to the surprises and the guests that you guys are going to have. I'm gonna bring my notebook now to hopefully get autographs because I'm curious who's gonna be there. So excited to do that. Excited to do this with you, Ben. Thank you.
This has
for
been so cool, Faye.
allowing me
Shout
the
out to
opportunity.
Spruce.
Like virtual cheers to
Yes.
you. This has been
Salute.
amazing.
How long has this been on the air for? How long have you been going, Ben?
This is like the Jerry Lewis telethon. We've been on for about 2 hours and 45 minutes.
This is the longest you ever gone for?
I also just wanted to point out that I found out
Well,
this evening that
It's a family show.
There is that question.
Zeke Oaks and Chad Sterling are going to jump off the
Whoa,
stratosphere.
whoa. That
Is
is
this new?
breaking
We
news.
raised enough
We are
money.
not
Was I
even.
not supposed to release
We're
this
not even
information?
supposed to say that. This is
brand
the
new.
only
I'm
place
sorry.
you can hear that.
news.
Breaking
Ben has
news.
breaking news for everybody
Raising
because that's
money
what
for
Ben
the
does. He brings out the
foundation.
news.
Breaking news, everybody. We have just heard here live from the Spruce Glomo Lounge that Zeke Oaks and Chad Sterling will be jumping off the Strat. Is it called the Strat? People in the know
Strat,
call it
yeah,
the Strat.
the Strat,
They do.
Strat.
Yeah, so they're gonna get their Strat on over there, and they're going to jump off that. And but we got to raise a certain amount of money.
We got to raise at least. That's
Yeah.
a low bar here. Like, at least $10,000. Going to Move for Hunger.
At least
It's coming out.
$10,000. Right.
Check your emails. It's there now. I just
Yeah.
saw it. It's coming out, and it'll be on our foundation page as well soon.
Are you nervous about that, Zeke?
I mean, I'm not up there. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen?
Are you gonna get like the queasies and like kind of I don't know? Like, that's what I would do.
I'm not as cool as you, Ben. Probably. Yeah.
I literally my colon would fly through my mouth if I jumped off the Strat.
Okay.
So I don't.
I'm just
I don't
gonna ask
need
Chad
it.
to hold me.
Bob's like,
That's all.
okay. Bob just canceled me.
Well, and
All
I know
right.
we're wrapping up, but real quick, I also just wanted to point out that Ben taught me something that I did not know. So I want to thank all of you gentlemen that are. Drew, I'm not sure if you are 100%, but I know you're super involved on
Gentlemen
the
or-
foundation board for ERC.
Yeah.
But this is the first year that you're supporting two charities:
Oh, yeah.
Family Promise and Move for Hunger.
Yes. Correct.
And they're both such great causes that I know that we all deeply care for, but also. I'm on the HR Houston Relocation Professionals. I'm on that board. I've been on it for 6 years. Be president next year.
Yay,
before I
Madam
roll off.
President-elect.
But you guys, the foundation always supports us and gives money for a scholarship every year. So thank you for that. So we're excited to be able to give back to you guys to these wonderful charities. So thank you.
Ditto. That's awesome. Yeah. Thanks everybody in here that was involved with the foundation. Thank you everybody out there who watched. This has been incredible. We are going to be on tomorrow with the Get Talent podcast. We're going to be interviewing CEOs and leaders of relocation management companies and other companies in the space, talking about how to attract and retain talent, how to build winning cultures with their team. It is going to be fantastic. We will have Randy Wilson from NEI Global, and we will have Justin Parsons, managing partner at Erickson Immigration, and we will have
Eric Tate from Ayers.
Eric Tate from Ayers. I mean, we're
Vanessa
gonna
Almeida with Bristol
Vanessa Almeida
Global.
from Bristol Global Mobility. Louise Neal from Easy Tiger. It's gonna be
Jason
absolutely
and John from Cornerstone. We got a lot of people coming on tomorrow
Oh my
too.
gosh.
And I don't think Ben knew. Like, I'm surprising him right now.
I might have- do I have to wear a
he's
tie
looking
for
at me
this?
like, wait a second,
Faye-
huh?
Oh, wait, hold
Faye,
up.
can I
what?
bring my notebook for
I was gonna say,
autographs here?
FYI.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, I need autographs here.
Zeke,
Yeah.
you
You
come
guys
and find
don't
out how
know
to
it
get a
yet, but
job.
y'all are slated in for tomorrow too.
Yeah, this will be incredible.
Thanks everybody out there. Appreciate y'all. Take care, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, y'all.
Thank y'all.
Thank you guys.
Good times.
Awesome.
Yeah. Nice work, Ben. Thank you.